All right. What a huge pain in my ass. So that took me like 30 minutes to go live, because I was trying to kind of untangle my whole situation here with YouTube. I am multi-streaming currently, so YouTube and Twitch, which comes with its ups and downs. I've never done it before, so well, I mean, I've done it before, but like on this channel, it's pretty new, I guess. So yeah, we're just trying to figure it out. Not doing a very good job. Every time I go live, it takes me like 15 minutes to like wrestle with it to get it to go live because I'm bad at my job. Okay, cool. So we're here on the Reddit thread again to review more Reddit channels. I mean, YouTube channels on Reddit. So we're gonna do the same thing we did last time, which is trying to be as fair as possible, going to old and literally just hitting it down the line. So I'm not gonna spend the time collapsing all those. That's bait, because I know how far I've gotten down based on just upvotes. Cool. So never tried one of these, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Big thanks for offering advice. Hey, no problem. I'm a variety gaming YouTuber that focuses on building a narrative and adding extra funnies in with 3D animation alongside the gameplay. So that sounds like a good plan. Let's see what the execution kind of looks like, right? Because you know, if you've been watching this or you had me review your channel, you know that I'm a big fan of like building some kind of narrative that the viewer can look forward to. So this is big. This would be a big deal. If they pull this off well, I think we're on the right track. So let's look. Just joshin'. Totally just joshin'. Just up to a bit of tomfoolery. Okay. EA's $100 million mistake. That's a pretty fire title in my opinion. Let's just look at the titles. The $10 shitpost that broke the internet. These are good. These are good titles in my opinion. Is this game better than Overwatch? You honestly wouldn't even have to put the Marvel Rivals thing on there, personally, but I see the merit. This keyboard shit is kind of hard. Counter-Strike 2. That's a tough one. Let's see. I mean, playing with mouse keyboard. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call right now. I don't know why. Let me check it. See if it's a spam number. Okay. Let's put that there. All right. So, I like the title so far. Let's take a look at the video.
Battlefield 2042 is a game that released 4 years ago. We got Glorbus on our team. Oh! And somehow it still feels like it's a beta.
I don't have game audio. I have the
Jesus Christ. There are just so many issues, from terrible servers to it being near impossible to launch the game. We need to parachute. I'm lagging so fucking bad, brother still has not loaded into the game.
I'm trying. It's not my fault. This game's optimized like my right testicle.
$5,000 PC versus $1,000 laptop. Who will win? Surprisingly, the fucking laptop. But regardless of all its flaws, the actual gameplay is a fucking blast. I'm going in. Yeah, I dropped on 50 bombs. Oh my god, your body.
Oh my god. Soldier to command.
So, I got a lot of things to say about this one. This one is interesting. It's got me a little bit divided. So I actually really love the style. It definitely gives me, who's that YouTube creator that this is like one for one, pretty much, like inspired by, right? I can't name them right off the top of my head, but you know who I'm talking about, right? There's a very famous YouTuber that does these kinds of 3D animations. So we'd like to acknowledge that that's a clear inspiration. It's good, and it does. They do this well. They do a good their own version of this. My complaint is that I love this intro.
Battlefield 2042 is a game that released 4 years ago. We got.
But I don't like the jokes that are woven into like the intro, because it makes it so choppy and hard to understand. And I know, like, I think weaving in the jokes is good for like keeping the rest of the video entertaining, but like to me this whole like intro part just feels so like disjointed. It's very, very good for what it is, but it's like I would just leave the jokes out of it until the end, because like it's like he takes a whole minute to get his point across, like just his thesis statement about the game or whatever, right? About Battlefield 2042, because there's just so many jokes weaved in here that I feel like it's not necessary. And it takes away from the hook of like capturing the viewer's attention. I'm going to like this, right? Because like, it's like, okay, you've hooked me with the title, right? EA's $100 million mistake. My question as a viewer, what's that mistake? Click on the video, and he starts talking about it, but then it's like he kind of starts going off the rails with these jokes, and I start to like lose the plot a little bit, if that makes sense. This guy says too much. It's just too much in too short a time, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think it's a problem of saying too much, but it bounces around, right? Like it's like hard to follow.
Glorbus RT.
Like throwing this thing about Glorbus, like we haven't even gotten in the video. I don't know who that is. Like this is confusing, right? So it's like good content. Like look at the camera work though, and like see we're getting into funny clips before he's gotten his point across. It's hard, yeah. He loses focus, and it's like, again, I know that ADHD content is like, you know, like it's good to kind of get people, you know, and suck people in and like distract them so they don't know they're watching the whole video, but it's too early to do this, in my opinion.
Like it's a beta.
But look at the camera work and everything. Like his transitions are fire. This is really good. It's just, yeah, my main advice, I'm gonna put those, we're gonna go back. Wow, your content is impressive, which it is. Love the 3D animation, and your titles and hooks are almost perfect. However, I see one major flaw in your Battlefield, what is it, 2042 video. I think that you inserting funny clips while you're still introducing the thesis, I guess, of the video. I think that you're inserting too many. Honestly, like even one wouldn't be that bad. It's just like every 5 seconds, literally, he just takes away from his own point to he takes away from his own point to make a joke. And it's like, it makes it hard. It's kind of like when a bunch of guys are talking together and they start goofing and gaffing, and like no one can get a point across because just like there's just too much goofy going on, and that's what's happening here, in my opinion. Also, what's up? It's the guy from Monday's stream on Twitch. I'm in my office, so I can only use YouTube on my secret office account. Lol. Wait, actually, wait, are you telling me this is Bance right now? I'm just curious. I want to know. That's awesome, dude. Hey, welcome back, though. I appreciate it. It did sound familiar. But yeah, too much going on. I think that you're inserting too many funny clips and you're still introducing the thesis of the video, which kills the momentum, kills the point that you're trying to make. It's almost like you're talking over yourself. Let yourself get the point of the video across first. Then get to the funny jokes. It is a bit hard to follow because it feels disjointed and hard to tell when you are making a point about the game versus when you are having a laugh. Funny stuff. Just make sure you are watching the video after you are done editing. To make sure it still makes sense. I've done this before too, where I've started editing a video and then I like go back and watch it and I'm like, damn, like the joke that I just spent 10 minutes like putting in there just like doesn't fit very well or like doesn't make any sense, and it makes like the flow of the optimal flow of the video bad. So it's interesting. This is a problem though. Oh, except Reddit. Oh, you work for the government. Welcome back, Vance. Dude, I didn't know you worked for the government. Got that. You didn't get wiped out by the government jobs disappearing or whatever. That's good. So, cushy government job. We like to see it. Good stuff. Hopefully, I don't know. Not all government jobs are cushy. I'm making a sweeping generalization. But I hope you're having a good work day. Thanks for tuning in still. I appreciate that a lot. Funny stuff. Just make sure you're watching the video. Make sure it still makes sense. You have the makings of amazing, watchable content. Just fix the pacing. Especially in the beginning. Okay, sorry. That was kind of a long one. Let's shoot these out a little faster. Okay, mostly movie and TV show reviews, but we talk about other things. I tweak everything with every video to experiment with what works. Not always a good move, but it is a good move to experiment, but maybe not every video, but we'll see how that is working out. I'm a contractor. I didn't get offered the fork. I would have taken it. I would have taken it in a heartbeat. So true. So you're a government contractor. So you're I don't know what taking the fork is. I assume that's like the cushy job. Yeah. That's pretty funny though. I think we all wish we had, like, dude, if I had a cozy government job, whew, that'd be nice. All right. Let's watch this one because this is what got recommended to me. I'm curious to see.
What is there to be a fanboy of? A piece of hardware that's obsolete the year after it comes out, and then you keep making the same type of game that really doesn't look better, but it's going to cost me more money.
I like that there's a hook. I don't know that I like the hook that was chosen for this, but I do like the hook. I do like that there is a hook.
So you bought Oblivion Remaster?
Well, first I played it on Game Pass because I have PC Game Pass, but they use a different, I don't even know.
Another thing I would like to see though is, like, I'm not sure who Google Doge fork in the road. Okay, I will. Hold on. A specific the buyout offer. I got you. It refers to the Trump buyout offer. You wish you'd gotten the fork. That's crazy. 7 months salary to quit on the spot. Dude, that would be fire, actually. Because then imagine you just go private sector after that, and you're just kind of chilling. Or you just go back to the government, you know, like maybe on a different level, maybe not federal, but it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, 7 months severance pay is pretty good. But, let's see. So, hold on.
How to describe it, because, like, I have an old PC, so trying to...
Which one is he? This is a problem that I've seen with a couple of these, like, collaboration ones. Is like, I know I just picked a video, but that's kind of the point, right? Like, I came into the channel, new viewer. I'm pretty sure it's this guy. But I have no idea. I have no idea which one of these guys is the MC right now. I have no idea which one of these guys is the one I'm supposed to be, like, listening to, or, like, which one's the guy. I mean, I guess I can listen to both, right? But, like, that's one problem that I'm thinking right now off the bat is, like, I don't know which one's which. I assume because he started the open with this guy, I'm assuming this is our guy. Or maybe they're both, 7 months. It's minimum 50K. That's crazy. That's enough to start a business too of your own, or, like, do whatever you want, man. Or just put it in your retirement, or at least just coast until you find a new job at the very least, right? It's good. It's good stuff. But yeah, I can't tell for sure who the channel host is, or if maybe there are two hosts. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me see what he said. But we talk about other things. Okay, so it is both of them. Okay, my bad. There's not just one guy at work here. I see. My bad. I take back what I said.
Really doesn't look better, but it's going to cost me more money.
So you bought
itself, just like any other Bethesda game that's ever come out. Jesus. So, like, pretty soon, you'll just go through a door and then it'll just crash. Your game will crash. It'll give you 300 errors. Do you want to send these errors to fucking whoever? Yeah, sure. They're reading them. So but no, I never send them. But it's because from my research.
Okay, I just want to put this out there though. Just because crash reports are illegible to you does not mean that they are unusable by the dev team. Can we make that clear? Like, just because you can't read the crash report, like, you're not supposed to, brother. It's not for you. You were supposed to send that crash report so that they can. It's not like you know what I mean. I just want to put that out there just so people know, like, that is actually, you know, something that's usually helpful. Now I will say, in the case of like a game as big as Oblivion, is anyone reading that? I don't know. You know, they probably get tons of crash reports. But if they're getting ones, like if you submit a crash report and it's the same that 50,000 other people are also reporting, they're gonna fix it, right? Like that is their job. So I don't know, like it's a funny joke, but like I just can't help it because like the idea that like the crash report's useless because it's just a bunch of gibberish, like, yeah, like you're not qualified to read it either. Like, you know, most people aren't qualified to read the output of the crash report. Like, you're sending that, yeah, to the dev team so that they can look at the volume of similar crash reports and fix big sweeping issues, not like everyone's individual problem. I get it. It's just, this is kind of funny, but anyway.
Unreal Engine 5, people don't know how to use it correctly yet, and they also, with Oblivion, they tried to use as much original code as possible and then just kind of give it a fresh coat of paint. So some of the jank is, not all jank, but actually no, it's really not a janky playing game. It plays really well. And they fixed some of the kind of clunkiness of it, but they didn't change weapon scaling and things, or like item scaling and stuff like that, which is annoying. But if you're not familiar, say...
Okay, but like, I don't know, I hate to nitpick all of the stuff he's saying here, but Unreal Engine 5, first of all, has been out for a long time. Like, I don't know exactly when it released, but like, people are pretty used to using Unreal Engine 5. Let's look at the release date here. Yeah, 2022. So like, it's been a couple years, right? Since like 5.0 launched. Yeah, and I was gonna say that too. He's undermining the point of his title. I was about to get to that. So yeah, because he says, right, even the classics aren't safe. But then it's like, the classics are safe, right? Because like you're saying that you don't want, the title tells me you don't want the classics to change. Yeah, but then you're saying that they just gave it a fresh coat of paint, right? And then that's like, it's a bad thing. Like, they should have changed the weapon scaling, is what you're saying in the video. So it's like, yeah, there's already a contradiction, right? Is it broken or not that janky? Yeah, exactly. And he's contradicting himself in the moment too. So it's I don't know. I will say, if you're gonna have opinions on these things, maybe rehearse them or like workshop them a bit, because yeah, it is a little bit. That's my one thing while I'm watching this, is like, yeah, it's I'm not agreeing with what I'm hearing right off the bat. And you can come out the gate with strong opinions, but you gotta kind of have most people agree. And I don't think most people would agree personally that like that Oblivion should have been fixed, quote unquote, or like changed. Like, I think most people were happy that it's a remaster, happy that it kept the same bugs. I actually saw a lot of people saying, oh, I'm glad that they kept the bugs, because that's what made Oblivion Oblivion. Like, there are janky physics things that happen, but like, people didn't want that fixed, right? Like, that's the game. If you wanted an entirely new game, if you wanted, I don't know, if you wanted like AAA studios to butcher their old games, the easiest way to do that is to let them work on the core code. In Oblivion, from what I heard, they didn't work much on the core code, like he says. I think that's a good thing, right? They just gave it a fresh coat of paint. You know, they changed the visuals quite a bit. But, like, they left the core game alone. That, to me, is keeping the classics safe, right? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Let's keep watching a little bit.
Let's see. Say I'm level 4, and I go into a dungeon, and I pick up the fucking Saber of West, right? So the Saber of West.
I also am not really sure why he censored himself in the beginning, if he's just dropping F-bombs like throughout the video, uncensored. Like, hold on.
More money.
He just censored the F-bomb, right? But then we go into it.
It was kind of.
And he's like, he's dropping uncensored F-bomb. I don't know. It's like, be consistent, right? Okay. A couple things. I have some things. Hey there. Appreciate you submitting your channel for review. I had some issues right off the bat with your hook. Well, I don't know. Let's look at the hook again, because I was kind of divided on that. I didn't really like it.
What is there to be a fanboy of? A piece of hardware that's obsolete the year after it comes out, and then you keep making the same type of game that really doesn't look...
Just a stronger hook. It kind of jumps right into a conversation piece that we're given very little context to. You probably want to dodge manifestation. Oh, does it really only scan the first bit? That's fair. Yeah, wanted the bugs to stay in for Oblivion. That's what I thought most people were of the opinion of, right? Is that the game should be relatively untouched. I don't think that's, like, controversial. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about the monetization thing.
Better, but it's going to cost me more money.
I'm not really sure what that's trying to say in that first 13 seconds. Is that confusing to you, or is that just me? Where it's like...
What is there to be a fanboy of? A piece of hardware that's...
Piece of hardware? What are we talking about here? Like, are we talking about consoles? It's just, it's a little unclear to me. I don't know. Channel for review. I'm just gonna say I watched this video. I watched this video. A few critical thoughts. I thought that the hook in the beginning of the video was structured well. Like, it belongs there. However, I don't think that it was a particularly good hook, in that I am not entirely sure what you are talking about and the context surrounding it. Maybe try a hook that is more approachable. Does this make sense? Anyway, I also watched into the video just a bit and saw you conflicting with yourself a bit, which confused me from a viewer standpoint. Your title would leave me to believe that you wanted to leave Oblivion untouched, but then you get into how you, goddammit, would have liked them to change the level and enemy scaling, which seems like a pretty direct contradiction. You also say that the game is buggy, but then say, no, it's not that buggy. It actually runs pretty good, right? What does he say? It's like, no, it's not that buggy. It actually runs pretty good.
And original code is possible. Oh, I never send them, but it's just Oblivion. They tried to use as much original code as possible and then just kind of give it a fresh coat of paint. So some of the jank is, not all jank, but actually no, it's really not a janky playing game.
Yeah.
It plays really,
like, I don't know, he starts to get into this whole, like, it sounds like it's gonna be a rant, like, oh, it's a janky ass game because they used the original code, but then he like immediately backpedals. And it makes it hard to follow your point or train of thought. Overall, I think you're on the right track with this style, and I like the back. I think you have the personality slash presence for this kind of content. Maybe just take more time before you go live or whatever to make sure your points make sense within the greater context of the conversation. Thanks for... Wish you the best of luck. Yeah, not bad though. Just that it kind of put me off my tee a little bit. Just that yeah, just that, you know, it's kind of like he did contradict himself and contradict the title of the video a little bit. And I just wasn't sure how to feel. He's got there's a lot of I didn't put this in there, but like kind of a lot of negativity being thrown right at the beginning of the video too, and it's like people respond differently to that, right? Like, I don't know, personally, like, I thought Oblivion Remaster was handled pretty well. I think most people think it was handled pretty well. So, right, yeah, like, how is the jank of Oblivion Remaster to strike against modern gaming? Exactly, and I'd get into that first and foremost. Like, get to your good points, right, before you start kind of nitpicking, I guess, like. And also just, yeah, to me, it's unless you have a good point, it's a weird stance to take, because in my opinion, and from what I've seen online, like, I think, and what I've talked to people about, the Oblivion Remastered is, like, well received, no? Like, most people think it's a pretty grand old time. Like, they didn't overdo it, they left the game alone, they just made it look sexy. And I liked it, I played it, I thought it was fire. So if you're going to come at it with a different take than that, you got to come out the gate strong. You can't be, like, stumbling over yourself. Not stuttering, but stumbling over yourself and like contradicting your own points, right? Like you got to come out the gate hard with some good evidence to kind of like turn the tides, right? Because you're coming at it from a position, you're in the minority, right? Where like I think the majority of people believe that it's a good game. So that usually I'm not talking too much about the content of what I'm watching, more just kind of like the editing style and stuff like that. But that honestly, from like a content perspective, it's tough to see that. Okay, let's move on. Appreciate it's tough, dude. I could talk about this for a long time, but I just need to like cut it clean, okay? Because we need to move on. Appreciate you taking the time. My name is Daniel Carrero. The channel focuses on personal development through conversations and interviews. Started the channels a few years ago, but took a break because of some family stuff. Started up again in May. Only trying to get better.
Y2K, the apocalypse, was supposed to happen just a couple months after I was born in '99. Some folks thought that once the clock struck 2000, all the computers were going to crash and blow up. I learned that watching Terminator 3 as a kid. Obviously that never happened. 25 years later, I'm writing to you on a MacBook, talking to you through a camera. 25 years, I've lived through 3 GTAs, 4 PlayStations. I've seen the birth and death of the iPod, as well as 17 iterations of the iPhone. One particular memory stands out from my youth. One day in the 6th grade, around 2012, my classmate came to the schoolyard with an iPhone 5. A bunch of us googly-eyed kids stared at it like it was the most fascinating thing in the world, like it was a piece of alien technology. I don't think we were so far off in our wonder, though. There was a time when smartphones, not just iPhones, felt like the most groundbreaking piece of technology ever, because they were. Smartphones broke barriers in human communication and entertainment. Smartphones in the 24.
Okay, immediately off the bat, I guess like my first thing would be the topic is a little. The topic feels like it's a little overplayed, I guess. Would be like maybe my first thing. Like a lot of people have talked about this. I don't know what he gets into later, and we're not going to get into that. But no, his video definitely flashed pink. I was going to say that too. But I mean that's something where it's like your hardware limitations, like yeah, get a better camera. You could say that to anyone though, right? Like But I will put that in there. I'll be like, hey, maybe just check on your hardware and or your OBS settings or something, because yeah, I definitely saw that too. It's not just you. We're not, or it's not you stroking out. I saw it, unless we're both stroking out. The content feels a little overplayed. Like, I feel like that's been discussed, right? Like, is technology the enemy, I guess? The whole, like, Terminator discussion or whatever. I don't really know where he's going to go with that, but I can kind of guess that it's going to be something that I've heard before. It doesn't feel like he's coming at it from, like, a new angle. Number 2, critique. Yapping at the camera for 6 minutes straight without any kind of edits is kind of rough, okay? I don't know if there's any edits, because I didn't go long enough to find out. But it does not look like there's a lot of editing. You can also tell he's reading off the screen. So it would be helpful to me if, like, I think he did it in different takes where, like, I mean, at least this would improve the content he's got of, like, just yapping at the camera, where it's, like, at least, like, look at what you want to read, say it to the camera while looking at the camera, and then cut the video, look back down, do a new take, you know what I mean? Like, and just rinse and repeat that, because I feel like the editing will be snappier and, like, it'll feel more like like it has momentum, rather than someone just reading like they're reading a PowerPoint presentation in front of a class. And that's kind of the vibe I think I'm getting from this, is that it's like giving like PowerPoint, yeah, and it's just a little boring, a little dry. He said his thumbnails are bad. I don't really think they're that atrocious. I think some text on there would be kind of cool, and maybe like getting a new background. But I want to watch one more, but just because that was a solo video. Maybe he's got something cooking here.
Like, we're just baby adults.
We're just baby adults.
We're just baby adults. I feel like some people have a tendency to try to grow up too fast.
Yeah.
I was guilty of that at an earlier age. But it's like, I was talking to somebody who felt bad for living at their mom's crib at like 24. And I'm like, bro, you know, at least 30 to 50% of people under 30 living at their mom's crib right now. Like, it's not just you, you know. Stop thinking you're supposed to be.
Or how many people wish they had the luxury of just living at mom's crib?
I pay a good amount of rent, but I still pay less rent than I would if I was dolo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When my friends tell me their rent and they live with their mom, I'm like, damn, bro, I wish my mom charged me that. But that's a separate conversation.
Okay, so the camera is framed well, at least, with the room divided in 2 distinct halves. Are you talking about this video, or are you talking about the other one? Oh shit, my bad. I assume you're talking about.
Links and
You're talking about it, the one with the other person, right? Okay. So, okay. Hey Daniel, I think I'm ready to write a little bit. Thanks for submitting your channel. You are a good speaker, and I like the topics that you have chosen to discuss. However, here are my criticisms. Whoops. That might help you appeal to a wider audience. The technology topic, as you jumped into it, is a little stale. Well, I just said I like the topics. Okay, but it's like the way he approached it. Okay. I'm just not going to put that then. You are a good speaker. And, whoops. The first one? Yeah. Okay, got you. I'm just going to put you're a good speaker. I don't want to contradict myself. Feel a wider audience. Technology topic you jumped into is a little stale. The way you approached it. I think if you had guided the audience there using a certain example or piece of media, it might have read a bit less on the nose and more, oh, what's the word? Nuanced. Talking to the camera for 6 minutes straight is a bit rough. It was reminiscent. Is that how you spell? Oh, okay. Wow, look at me. Look at me. Of being in a college classroom and listening to someone read straight off of their PowerPoint slide. I think that you could mitigate this by doing takes where you read the text, internalize it, then say it to the camera, then cut, rinse, and repeat for the whole script. You could also try just riffing with an idea and cutting that up. But either way, I feel that your videos are in need of some editing, even if it's just quick cuts. It also wouldn't hurt to have a hook that captures a vital part of your discussion or a heated moment. Jumping straight in from the top, cold turkey, is a little bit tougher on engagement. Hope this helps. You have the solid foundation. Just try out some new techniques and polish a bit more. Is that a fair review? What do we think? That was my bro got the Grammarly brain chip upgrade. You talking about reminiscent, bro? for real. Nerdy things. This looks like an interesting channel. I gotta go grab some water. I'll be right back. Hold on. I know. Hold on. Forgot to get water, like an amateur. Alright. I'm back. Let me... Sorry. Responding to loved ones. Gotta send text messages out. Gotta make sure they know we're still alive, okay? Even if they would maybe rather us not be. JK. We love our loved ones. They love us. Okay. How to love gaming again according to science. Let's watch that. That looks interesting. Did I spill coffee on me? Damn, I thought that was water. I spilled coffee on me. Hold on. That's the real Grammarly brain chip upgrade, bro.
Have you ever booted up a new game that you should love, but you just couldn't? Or maybe you tried to dive into a game you've already sunk hundreds of hours into, and it just doesn't bring you the same joy that it did before. Well, there's a scientific reason for that, and once you know it, you can fix it. I put...
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? I've been gaming, I'd like to get bothered by some liked ones once in a while. Exactly. That's why everyone wants that a little bit, right? Hey, I'll bug you, okay? I can be your liked one. I'll bug you on all the videos you release, on all the shorts. I'll post a comment. That's me. That's my way of bugging you. Can I tell you something with this video, though, right off the bat? I don't think this is a problem. I think that you already have a population of people that are far too addicted to video games. And I'm saying this as a guy, I've played video games since I was like 4 or 5 years old. But I do think that, like, I'm also speaking as a guy who has, like, I think the most hours I have in one game on Steam, it's under 500 hours, okay? It's probably like 380 or something. Like, it's a lot. But I consider that to be, like, a ton, okay? I consider that to be like a ton of fucking hours in a game. I think that if you really are booting up a game that you've played a lot, and I'm not even gonna put this in reviews, I just think it's a funny point. But like, I think if you're booting up a game that you've played tons of times before, and you're like, man, I just really can't get into it this time, take a fucking break. Like, go outside, go touch some grass. Like, and I'm not even saying this like, this is what I do. I was like, if I don't feel like playing, like right now, Helldivers 2, I can pull up the game right now. I've got like 400 hours in the game. I fucking love that game. But I play it like probably once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks now, like when a new event drops and I feel like, oh, I want to get back in there. And I get back in there, I have some fun, and then I'm like, you know what? I don't really feel like doing this for hours on end. This is not really my I don't know. I don't think you should force yourself to game is what I'm this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I think if you feel the need to be like, damn, I really need to get in there and get that done. It's like, maybe you should, you get the dishes done or something, brother. Like, maybe it's time to step back and do something else. You know what I mean? But I'm kind of trolling. I've been there with the new games thing where you're like, I think I should like this game. I just haven't had the time to get around to it. But I think that's okay. You know what I mean? Especially if you're an adult, it's okay to have a backlog of games, right? But anyway, that's just. Never ask a woman her age. Never ask a man his salary. Never ask me my played in retail. Your playtime? You /played in retail. Wow. That's fair, brother. I'm not here to judge, okay? I'm just saying if you enjoyed all those hours, that's great. But if you ever logged in at a point and you're like, damn, I don't really feel like playing it, but then you kept playing it anyway, it's like, maybe just take that sign from your brain for a moment to just not play it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you put thousands of hours into a game. I don't judge. But if your brain is rejecting it upon activation, like, that's a problem. You know what I mean? That might be a sign to step back. That's all I'm saying. If you've never heard this advice, let me tell you, this is what I think. Okay. Anyway.
Everything you need to know into this video so you can follow it and make sure every gaming session is a great one. Before I teach you how to reignite that spark in...
I know. Ooh, me. Take an edible. Don't interrupt the guy with Trex on his wall teaching psychology how to stay addicted to gacha games. He's stronger than all of us. That's true. He is really... I mean, dude, when I play a gacha game, bro, I hit a wall. I just stop grinding. It's like that meme where it's like the guy, it's this guy, bro. This is me right here, quitting the gacha game before I get, that one skin I really wanted. This is him on his fucking grind set, bro. He's not giving up. He's going into the psychology to see, Anyway.
intentionally, we have to understand both the inner and outer reasons why we lose that spark in the first place. Part 1. Why should doesn't always mean will. When you think about why you love certain games, you probably think about genre, story, gameplay, and more. But the real reason we enjoy games is much deeper than that. It comes down to 3 things that your brain is always chasing. First up is autonomy, the freedom of choice. Second is competence, the feeling of being skilled and capable and feeling like you're growing. And third is relatedness, feeling connected, even in a single-player game. This comes from a major psychological model called the self-determination theory. When a game hits all 3 of these
I gotta tell you though, despite my little, he's loving every second of the diminishing returns hentai Scarebox, bro. That's crazy. No, I actually like this guy's content though. I just thought the point at the I just think the context of this video is a little interesting, but I like this video. I like his content actually too. I think he does a good job.
Couldn't? Or maybe you tried to dive into a game you've already sunk hundreds of hours into, and it just...
I mean, even though he does just kind of dive straight into the topic, I think his hook is pretty good, no? Like, I think this is, like, I watched past it. I didn't feel the need to pause. Yeah, it's pretty good.
To gain the characters or other people, and you felt alone. When our brain's needs aren't fully met, boredom creeps in. But it's more complicated than this because not everyone's brain craves the same flavor of fun. Some people crave freedom above all else, even the other 2 categories, and some people crave connection more than the ability to feel skilled or have freedom of choice. We all need all 3 core concepts, but in varying amounts. So rank these 3, autonomy, competence, and relatedness, in order of least to most important to you, and that will give you an idea of...
I think this guy does a good job. I think some of the sound effects and stuff, yeah, I think his videos are pretty good. Yeah, no, you're just... I agree. I'm clouding on the content a little too, because it's like, I don't think you should hack your brain to play more video games. Like, if you're having trouble activating your fucking frontal lobe while you're trying to unlock fucking, you know, the next lolly girl from fucking, what's that game that everyone plays, or used to play, Genshin Impact, you know, you shouldn't, that should come naturally, brother. That's not something you need to hack your brain for. But yeah, I think it's funny. He's got good content though. Yeah. I'm not gonna say no notes, but it's pretty close to no notes, dude. Wait, what is this? Monster Hunter versus Godzilla. Interesting. And he doesn't cram himself too hard into, like, the gaming niche. Like, he's also got, like, it is just nerdy things. And I like that. I think it's cool. It appeals to, but see, I will say that since it's kind of casting a wider net, you might not get all the return from your audience, but this is good, bro. This is good stuff. I'm actually a sub, too. He's good. This is good content. Hey, man. Your content is, wait, I'm gonna call him by his name, Matt. Hey, Matt. Just a change of a couple letters anyway. Your content is awesome. I am impressed with how easy the video was to watch and surprised by my desire to watch and surprised by my desire to keep watching. Your thumbnails look like that of a much larger YouTuber. Your videos are presented with energy. Your hook is pretty clear and effective. He's got a cool backdrop too. You have a cool studio. You have a cool backdrop, or a nerd. den. I really don't have much to say critically. Though I would recommend cutting some of your content into shorts for a wider net of viewership. Keep up the awesome work. Thanks for submitting. Cool. That's honestly, that's how I felt. That was pretty goddamn good. Brother, sister, love, tower defense. God damn it. How'd you know that's my most played game on Steam, bro? Ooh. This content is created with AI. Yikes. Already thinking bad things. But what was that, a Coomer ass picture of Daphne, bro? Or was that a screenshot from the actual show? No, that's some Coomer ass fan content, bro. Why is he doing the Velma fucking... Oh, also, Scooby-Doo in real life, we already saw Velma. Played by fucking that one actress. We already know that's a win, bro. That's one of my childhood activation moments. Let's see the Scooby-Doo. I hate to say it, but this shit's goofy. It would probably get views. Like, I watched more of it than some of the other, channels. I don't like that this would probably get views, but this really isn't bad. In terms of, like, I mean, if you're going for AI slop content, this is the best of the best, right? Maybe not the best of the best, but it is, like, it's AI slop that people will unfortunately kind of watch. What was that? Wait, why am I getting... Okay, that's enough. All right. Hey there. I am not... I like most. Bro, what if Great Danes were real? Man, you got your work cut out for you. What's up? Rothland, I saw you in the comments of someone else's video, right? Did I review your channel? Welcome, also, by the way. Yeah, it's coming. We're paying dividends right now. What if Great Danes were real? Crazy. Yeah, the Velma's body was stacked. To be fair, in the movies, I mean, Velma's pretty stacked as well. Let's look up live-action movie Velma, because I'm getting kind of bored. I need a break, and my brain would like to, Oh, yeah. Velma Dinkley, bro. Raya Gosnell? Is that... That's the name of the... Hey, come on. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Come on. Monsters Unleashed, bro? In the suit? In the suit? Sheesh! We're not getting monetized on this video, baby. Sorry. I just wanted to share. Okay. Hi there. I, like most, are apprehensive to like or even engage with AI-generated content. But I will try to provide something helpful. For the second link you provided, you don't change the song. And some variety would likely help. AI content. As far as AI content goes, I think you have a good approach. Just maybe mix up the variety of it, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna like do a deep dive into the fucking AI slop, bro. Nah, not yet. And yeah, you did. Just trying to help others out as well. We all grinding here. Hell yeah. Wait, as in I didn't review your channel yet? Let's find you. Dude, if you're here right now, I'll take a look. I think I didn't do it because it wasn't in its own comment. Rothland cooked. Okay, wait. Single comment thread. Can I see the whole thread though, please? Oh, there you are. Did you provide a link? Do you want me to review your channel? Sorry, I didn't know. Freddie Prinze Jr. Well, okay, wait, hold on. I'm looking. Freddie Prinze Jr. in the live-action Scooby-Doo is my go-to link to Delgo in Cine 2 Nerdle. No, that's not gibberish. I know exactly what you're talking about. Are you a Northern Lion viewer too? I get the feeling you are. Some of that was a little bit gibberishy, but I get the Cine 2 Nerdle reference, and yeah. Live-action Scooby-Doo reference as well. That's fire. I did in my post. I'm gonna eat a piece of cheese. Let's find your post. Can I find your link in here? There we are. Late to the party. That's okay. Lightning fast game reviews. Hey, man. That's what I was doing. I make shorts out of it, too. That's funny.
Mario Kart World is the biggest and most ambitious...
Oh, dude, is that your voice? Bro, you got a nice voice. Like, actually, you sound like... I feel like you have a good voice for, like, YouTubing and live streaming. And you've got a nice mic, if that's the case. If that's your...
entry into the series.
Pretty good.
Introducing an open world mechanic into the game and doubling the number of racers, this entry is more chaotic than my pals after a midnight bender with Taco Bell. Mario Kart is a death grip on my life, and for me it was a console seller. If you thought
Dude, you watch all the Northern Lion Binding of Isaac videos, dude. Plus two. Way back when. Yeah. I watched some Northern Lion, mostly clips now. But yeah. Love that guy. Okay.
I was gonna say golf girls, didn't you? Wait. Shit. The graphics are a fantastic upgrade to Switch 1.
Wait, I'm sorry.
You thought I was going to say golf girls, didn't you? Wait, shit. The graphics are a fantastic upgrade to Switch 1, and the gameplay has been overhauled to a completely different degree. With how creative you can be on the tracks with these new mechanics, you can bet that the game will be anything but boring. The game features 32 main tracks with connecting routes, bringing the total count of tracks in the game to over 150, and you can be sure that you'll have a ton of variety, especially in online play. The roster size is also incredible off the bat with over 50 different characters. That's more brain cells than your teammates. And somehow, Nintendo fixed the netcode of online Mario Kart, and that's a Christmas miracle, I tell you. The straightaways actually feel engaging, but not for the reason you think with grinding and level variety, but for the sheer cluster that happens from the dredges from 6th to 20th place. With more things exploding on screen than a World War I already shelled no man's land, the pure chaos makes my ADHD-ridden brain tingle with excitement. I actually took time off of work to play this game like the sweaty nerd I am, and it was 100% worth it. Let's not forget to mention the Battle Royale mode that Nintendo added. This is actually the secret star of the show as you race from one end of the map to the other, and try not to get eliminated in the end. I'm actually addicted to this game, and this is me writing the script last minute, as my original plan was to do Helldivers 2. I think I have a problem. Rainbow Road on this game is pure nostalgia bait, as it pays homage to every previous Rainbow Road combined into one glorious track. I cannot wait to see what these guys do with DLC in the future, if we're going to be getting a whole new content for each, but really only time will tell. Nintendo does seem to be allergic to money sometimes, like how they strangled my poor baby boy Animal Crossing in the crib. Hey, if you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Or don't. I'm not your boss. But like my motivation to returning to work in the real world, something just isn't there.
This is pretty good, man. I like this. I messed up my short and put in the wrong title at the top. Oh, did you? Wait, which one? Dude, I like your content. It's pretty good. The Taco Bell one? Oh, it's Pokemon Scarlet. I see that. I wouldn't have noticed that unless you pointed it out, so you kind of self-reported, I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm okay with that. No, dude, this is solid. Okay, my first criticism, though, that's too long. This, if you want that to be your style, I think that's fine. But like you said, with your ADHD-ridden brain, remember, you're not the only one. And some people will literally, in that couple seconds, will click off your video. Like that. These are children with ADHD watching your videos, okay? I just want you to know that. So that's maybe my first critique on the long form. Is that this is like a hair too long for me.
Mario Kart World is the biggest and most ambitious entry into the series.
But you start with a lot of energy, and I've said this before, but like I feel like you're the kind of guy that doesn't even need necessarily like a hook statement. You just kind of let your energy and your I don't know. You got an energy, bold voice. I think you let that be your intro, and you still have like a nice little introduction without needing like a hook to jump into the middle of the video because it's a short video anyway. So I'm willing to just hear you out. And I think that's good.
The game and doubling the number of racers, this entry is more chaotic than my bowels after a midnight bender with Taco Bell. Mario Kart is a death grip.
That's crazy. And you got good jokes in there, man. Like I think that I think you got a solid thing going. But
my life, and for me as a console seller, if you thought I was going to say golf girls, didn't you? Wait, shit, the graphics are...
Yeah. I like it. I think the only thing you could really do to like add more to it is to like have to maybe like be doing this standing up in front of it, like in front of a green screen, like talking about it. Maybe you could add something. But I mean that's kind of like I don't really think that that's necessary. It's just like a note, right? If you wanted to add more personality to your channel, maybe. But honestly, dude, I like it. Let's see what the other ones look like.
Bolivian nose candy, crystal meth. These 4 drugs sold together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the meth attacked. Not often does a game come around that turns the gaming world upside down with its pure gameplay enjoyment. But when it does, it seems that everyone hops on the train to play. Schedule 1 is a game where you play as your average Detroit citizen, providing your local community with recreational activities.
God damn it, bro.
As your local trailer trash white boy.
You could offer a critique. Okay, let's hear it. One of my other commenters said that they don't like it when the video starts with "this game is one of the blah blah blah," which I could see that. I usually don't. I do think that's kind of a weak open, but
Mario Kart World is the biggest.
But I don't know. For some reason, for me, it kind of works. But I can see the criticism for it. Absolutely. Yeah, man, you got a good thing going on. Maybe like these thumbnails. I'm not sure are doing it for me though. I will say when I first clicked on the thumbnails, I don't think were selling me very good. I like your titles, for the most part. This one is a little bit not descriptive enough, but then of course you got the Schedule 1 review in there, so it's kind of like you're telling me what's going on enough that I think it's fine. But I do think, and I've been telling a lot of people this, that like your titles should kind of like maybe beg a question that the viewer wants answered throughout the course of the video. It doesn't have to be in the form of a question, but it should like maybe present something to the viewer that they can be like, yeah, I kind of wonder about that. And then they click it, and then you have your hook that follows through on that promise, or at least like kind of tells them that throughout the video you will follow through on that, and then you spend the rest of the video explaining, you know, your position on that maybe. So that's maybe something you could do to like improve. But honestly, man, I think you're off to a good start. I don't like your profile picture or your banner very much. They feel a little impersonal. I think personally this should be like this as a full screen image should be your banner. And I think that your profile picture should be perhaps like a face of some kind, maybe a drawn version of your face or your actual face. Titles are the hardest part. Yeah, yeah, titles are tough. I think you're doing a fine job with the titles. I think the thumbnails need more attention than the titles do. The thumbnails, like this one's funny, but people don't necessarily click on funny. They click on like what they are curious to look at. You know what I mean? But yeah, your titles and thumbnails could use a second look for sure, I think. Just maybe look at like what your favorite YouTubers do and kind of see like, especially the ones that you feel like compelled to click on, right? So just maybe try that, because it does feel like these could maybe be a little bit more spicy and have me wanting to click on them. They're funny. Like, don't get me wrong. This thumbnail goes hard as fuck. It's funny, but to me that doesn't make me want to click on it just because it's funny, right? I see that and I'm like, haha, good meme, and then I continue scrolling personally. And then yeah, the thing about your profile picture and your banner, I'd fix that personally. People want to attach themselves to some kind of personality or, you know, persona. So if you can get a persona or personality and kind of put that there, that would be sweet in my opinion. Not necessarily required, but I think that this would go better as a banner anyway, this whole thing going on situation. Overall, I like your channel. I think you're doing a good job. I like your voice. You got a very strong podcaster, streamer, YouTuber voice. So definitely don't undersell yourself on that. Yeah, you're doing a good job, man. Thanks for coming by too. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're digging through this, man. If you want to come along, Bance is the guy in my YouTube chat. He's been here since the last time I streamed, watching me do it the entire time, which has been fun. It keeps me sane to have people to talk to. I'll be honest. Okay, back to the thread. I have to go through my profile now. Let's just go back more. Oh, there it is. Okay. No, god damn it. I'm gonna go back through my profile. Posts. And sweet. Do your thing. Okay. So we're gonna sort by old. Okay. Cool. We got that one. I got 2 gaming game dev. Wow. Man's got 2 overachieving. Cheza and Cheza Dev. Okay. Let's see Cheza first.
Those parasites, buddy.
Oh
Parasites
my god, he's trying to juke us.
He's trying to.
Welcome back, everyone.
That's a hook, but see, as you were saying earlier, oh, you're stuck at work. That is the same boat that Vance said he was in. He's at work right now. He's using an alternate account to chat. So yeah, you're both working lads in the chat. I like to see it. I have work today too, actually, but it's not till 2 o'clock, so we have a little bit of time to fulfill my promises. So let's do that. I don't. So okay, Vance was saying that he doesn't like openings where they say this game yada yada yada. I think that I don't like openings like this where it's just like a. I know that it works a lot of the time, but I personally am not a fan of like the funny moment opening, unless it's like a really good funny moment. And to me, like you and your buddies just laughing.
Those parasites, buddy.
Oh my god, he's trying to juke us.
Just to me, that doesn't entice me personally. Like it's just a bunch of guys laughing, playing Call of Duty. Like I could hop on Call of Duty with my buddies and get this experience, right? Like I don't know. I just like it doesn't really tell me what the video is going to be about. It kind of actually tells me the video is going to be about nothing, more or less. But easily get the grief dark ops by doing this. I don't. And then it's just.
Alright, here we are, we're on the tomb. We're gonna employ our strategy. Rat Killer's gonna do very good.
Very good at winding people up. But it doesn't start yet. We'll let them be for the first round, just give them a false sense of hope, and then just false sense of security, and then before you know it, you just start whacking them. And grief them.
Build up your points a little bit, get to that 2,500 mark, that's what we're looking for. One of our teammates already left.
It's good, it's good. We don't need them.
Another thing too is like if you are a disembodied working stiff, exactly. But if you are a channel where you are doing like faceless commentary, I've noticed this a lot too. We're playing with Ringo Starr. It kind of sounds like it. If you're playing faceless with friends, it is hard for me to tell who's the channel, like whose channel this is. I'm hearing like a bunch of voices.
Don't need him.
you know, I can assume from context who it is, but like this is why it helps a lot in my opinion to have a face in your videos, especially if you're gonna be playing with friends, because it like tells the audience who the person they're supposed to be like watching is, I guess. You know what I mean? And not like you can't watch everyone that's involved, but like it is interesting to me. I don't know. Just something that I like to see is kind of like who am I watching?
Decent.
One of those guys disconnected. They've seen us in the game.
Or even having like, I've seen, you know, channels like, is it like the Yogscast or whatever, where it's like all the friends and they have like, whenever one friend is speaking, it shows their like Discord profile picture or something, and then when another friend is speaking, it shows theirs. It's just like something like that, so that the viewer could like know who's talking, especially if you've never seen their videos before. It really helps in my opinion, but that is a lot of extra editing work, I will say.
Got scared, panicking.
Maybe they just wanted to even it up. Be like, you know what? Let's make it free.
Yeah.
This needs editing, in my opinion, too. Like, I feel like this just needs to be edited down a little bit. Like, I don't want to watch this entire match of just, you know, him playing. Like, you know, just cut it down a little bit. That's all. Just trim the trees. That's what I would say. Let's move on to the game dev channel. Just so we know what we're getting into here.
What's up, nerds? Who wants to jump on another dead trend and make a game about Diddy? Oh, you don't? Well, I'm gonna do it anyway, so fuck. Alright, well, what's the first thing we need in a game about Diddy? That's right, it's the man himself. And I know he's popular and all that, but there's no actual 3D models of him online, for free at least. So I went ahead and tried something outrageous. I went to my computer, picked up my mouse, and navigated to this online tool that uses AI to create models from photos. Welcome to Meshi. This is a website that allows you to create 3D models from text, as well as having the ability to generate models from images. That's right, a 2D photo can be used to create a model. Let me show you how. Anyway, after using this image of Diddy and loading it into the website, I got this monstrosity, which is, I would say, perfect, to be honest. And Meshi also provides you with some animations that work with the generated model to get you going after you specify the joint positions. So I got some like this idle and death animation. Very nice. Okay, so what would a game about Diddy be without a Diddy party, am I right? Because, you know, that's what the whole meme is and everything, and I'm sure you know. So I found this apartment on the asset store totally free, and it looks great. Look at it all furnished and nice. Way better than my house, which is a piece of shit. Anyway, next we got to add some life to this party. So I got these faceless models of some people because it was a free pack and it was just easy to chuck them straight in.
Alright, don't want to spend too much time on just one person. Hey man, took a look at both channels. Maybe next time I should do a one channel in it. Because, and that's not a pickaxe, that's so true. I thought that the, I think this video is much better to me than this video. This gaming video is, to me, just kind of flatly more boring, and the game development one is way more exciting in my opinion. He's got more cuts, more jumps, like it's all way better edited, and he's got like funnier jokes in there. Like it's just it lets his personality shine as opposed to just like playing with his buddies. Yeah, I don't know. So hold on, look at both channels, and I have notes for both, because yeah, now I have to do like double the work for this one. Gaming. This channel, I have to copy the title. Video I watched was this. My critiques would be that, firstly, could I be a worse typist? Firstly, I think that the hook intro was a bit weak. Just a few lads having a laugh, which is not bad by any means, but doesn't tell me anything about what I'm going to be watching. Secondly, the gaming video desperately. That's not how you spell desperate. Needs editing. It is hard for the average viewer to want to watch unedited gameplay for literally more than 10 seconds. Like, yeah. Game dev. This channel has a ton more love and effort poured into it. The editing is tighter. You have a goal of making a game, which helps drive a narrative for the viewer and makes them want to watch until the end.
Then I went to mixamo.com, which is a great website for getting free animations for people, and I threw a load of it onto the kitchen counter.
Maybe good stuff overall. Definitely a lot of work for one dude. Keep up. Maybe just give your gaming channel the kind of love you give to your devlog channel and things would be much better. Keep up the good work though. Cool. Which video did you think was boring? I thought the first video was boring. I thought the development video was much better, but that's my personal thing. Okay, let's jump into the next one. Whew, how many we done? Like, not even 10. Bro, I'm so cooked. I don't want to look at how many more are left, but I have to pause to, like, drink water and stuff. And we're almost at the bottom of this, but look, it loads more and more and more and more. And there's more. There's still more. Yikes, brother. Yikes, dude. I don't want to look at that. Oh, fuck. It's going to take me forever. Started a channel about 10 months ago for a 6-year-old game where I mix fashion with history as it's a subject I'm enthusiastic about. Let's check it out.
Welcome back to the Red Dead Quartermaster channel. Today we will be recreating the U.S. Cavalry Buffalo Soldiers uniform from the Indian Wars in 1866-1890. During the Civil War, many forts were abandoned out west. And now with the war over, it was time to again increase military presence in the area. To help with this, a bill was passed on 28th of July 1866 to raise 6 all-black regiments. 2 of these regiments, the 9th and 10th, would be cavalry. The first recorded mention of the name Buffalo Soldiers was in 1817.
Did the AI just get a British accent, bro? But you do bring up a good point on the intro. I'll switch it up. Yeah, man. I think that would be... Are you on YouTube now? All of a sudden? Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would help retention just to have the intro be a bit shorter. Kind of like this guy's. Like, this guy has the whole, like... He's got the same 5 seconds of, like, did I need that? And it's asking me to subscribe before I've seen content. See, at least that's something that you did not do, which I think kind of puts people off their tee a little bit. Especially if you're asking at the very beginning of the video. If you ask mid-video, like, I'm pretty sure yours had a call to subscribe mid-video, which is fine to me. Because if you're enjoying the content enough that you watch that far, go for it. Ask me to sub. I might just do it, you know? But, yeah, AI voice, okay, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Yeah. Sorry, I'm really hungry. Yeah, the intro's a little too long. I'm not a fan of the AI voice. It also just, turns British.
Channel. Today we will be
It doesn't need to say the Red Dead Quartermaster channel. This gives a lot of historical context that I think would be cool if it was a human reading it. Yeah, the historical insight is a good, yeah. I think overall as a channel, though, this is a little bit too niche. Yeah, it just becomes British. Thank you.
Field, along with their black curly hair, like the buffalo.
Like the buffalo. Yeah, anyway. I think this channel's almost too niche. Because he's specifically the Red Dead Quartermaster. Why not do this for all of gaming, right? And he does. But why are we calling it Red Dead Quartermaster, then? I think it's an okay niche, but, like, yeah, just expand out to more games, maybe? It is very niche, though. You gotta understand that this is, like... We're talking about, fashion within video games and, like, recreating outfits. Like, maybe just expand it to fashion in video games in general. I also kind of loathe AI channels as well. I'm on the same boat as you. I'm just trying to be fair to everyone. I will put that in the review, though, that, like, hi there. I noticed right off the bat that your intro with the call to action to sub comes a bit too early, and the intro is starting your video with almost 5 seconds of dead air is bad for engagement. Retention, sorry. I and many others are apprehensive and generally dismissive of AI content. It is viewed as low effort. I think it would help your channel a lot if you simply spoke about it. I did love the historical context of the Buffalo Soldiers, and I think your niche is undersaturated. However, you might be too niche and should consider branching out to be a fashion in games channel rather than just RDR and Kingdom Come Deliverance. I am just abbreviating because I don't give a fuck, okay? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Best of luck. Hope this gives you some valuable insight. Comment. Yeah, a lot of people loathe AI videos. I think it's just a thing. Like I said, it's just, I think people view it as low quality. I think people view it as like an easy way out of like voicing your own videos, and it just feels kind of weird to most people. So I personally wouldn't do a lot of AI. I don't do any AI in my videos, and I don't think most people that are like super, trying to at least give a little bit of seriousness to it do. But I think it's okay in some scenarios, but not like that. Like just watching a AI yap about fashion and Red Dead Redemption is not the move in my opinion. Let's see what's next, dude. Okay, interesting. GG sus. I like the colors going on. I don't know if I like GG sus, but I like the comments. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. See, this is what I'm talking about. Rothland, when I was talking about your channel, there's much worse out there. But do you see how that first 8 seconds is like, I just really badly want to click off the video. Yours is not that bad, but it's too much. It's too much.
For my joinder.
His voice sounds so sexy.
Oh my god.
I'm being channeled into the game through Dobby.
Oh my god. I missed you so much, baby.
Doom, this is Ray and Hoggy. I think you might be.
Being the person, because so this is our person in the video, right? And I was talking about this with that other video. Oh, sorry, this is the person. We don't hear them speak until she laughs. She laughs.
My joining for my joinder.
But we don't hear her speak
I missed you so much, baby.
Doom, this is
until 20 seconds into the video. In my opinion, yeah, so like 3 seconds, you think? Honestly, yeah. 3 seconds or just not at all. Just go straight into what you're going to say. Or, yeah, just have a little click noise for your... I like the VHS vibe you're going for. But make that transition, like, super quick. Or, yeah, just make the VHS play, the sound of it going in, play, like, immediately, like the click. And then you make the, like, fade into your... Or just, like, cut to your video. It's got to be quick. And I'm not trying to be, like... I know that's your creative process. I'm not trying to harp on that too much. Like, but it has been... You know, it's pretty well documented that, like... Anything that's not exciting in the first 5 seconds of the video is bad for engagement. Because people just are clicking and they want to see the content. It's kind of like when you watch something on Netflix and you click in and then you get like an ad immediately and you're like, damn, I don't really... How bad do I want to watch this? You know what I mean? Like, people are busy, you know, it's just generally bad. Unless you've got a really compelling reason for it, like thematically, I think it's bad. Personally, but yeah. Again, yeah, but I get that's part of your channel style as well. Like, it's part of your stylistic process. So I'm not trying to, yeah, degrade it. But just, if you could find a way to shorten it, tight. Because then you get the balance of it being short and the thematic contribution that it makes to your videos. Because I do like the VHS noise. Because, I mean, like, I'm a 90s kid. I get it, right? But so, like, look at this video, too. Like, this person, this creator doesn't speak until 20 seconds into the video. That, to me, also is, like... Not only do I not know exactly who it is, I only know because I can see that their username is GGSUS, but, like, this is tough for me because, yeah, it's like, I feel like the person responsible for the video should have some kind of direct involvement pretty early on. I don't know, but hold on.
Ray and Hoggy. I think you might be, but
And this guy just blowing into the mic is not adding much to the video for me, personally.
He knows me. I know him. That's my baby. That's
Who?
my man.
see exactly.
I'm getting myself.
Alright, Mercy, let's get this.
Wait, you start. I choose my. I just get to be the white guy. Like,
It's okay.
It comes with privileges.
Baby, I'll take you white or black.
You can still
I'm gray. I'm dark white.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hey there. I love your channel color selection. Hold on. Selection and overall theme. However, it looks like you have an avatar that you are using in your thumbnails. That should definitely be your PFP, in my opinion, because people will want to associate your voice with a persona. Also, in the video I watched, this one. You don't speak until almost 20 seconds in. I understand that playing with friends can add to the experience, but they can also overwhelm and take over the video in a way. I think that there isn't enough of you shining early on. I also think that you could edit out some of the beginning talking and where you are beginning talking and changing their voice volume. That should be done before you record / go live. Other than those things, oh wait, titles too. Titles are kind of weak. Other than that, I have offered the advice of creating more of a narrative / hook in your titles. I would offer you that as well. Your titles are descriptive, but not engaging. There's got to be a way to automate animations to have some kind of PNG. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Have like a... Let's see. Oh, let me get to this. I'm gonna shorten it. I made it myself so I can shorten everything. That's awesome. Good. There's got to be a way to automate animations to have some kind of PNG bump up and down using the audio levels from the voice channel as the source, just to know, let the viewer know when player 1 is talking. Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. Just some kind of way. If you got to do in post, obviously you can do that. If there's got to be, like you said, some kind of tool out there, or you could even use like the Discord overlay, right, to like literally show like, you know, just highlights the circle when someone's talking, right? Because it was helpful in the game chat when they were like, for me to determine who it was that was talking. But like, I don't really want to do all the work of doing that, and it obviously stops after they leave that lobby area. So, yeah, I don't know. To me, just knowing who's speaking is important, personally. And like, I don't know these people. Like, are you gonna play with these people again? Are these people I should be emotionally invested in? Is this someone that some people that the audience are gonna see again? Which is that kind of thing. Sorry to bring it up again. I'm trying to note down what I need to change. What on my thumbnails did I need to do again? Let's find out. I kind of forget. I've looked at way too many YouTube channels. And no problem. Dude, if you're in the chat asking me this. Oh, dude, your thumbnails are good in terms of, like, they're funny. But to me, like, I guess I didn't give any specific critique. But, like, they don't really make me want to click on them in that, like, I think you could use more, like, leaning into some kind of narrative or theme of the video. And putting, like, maybe more text on there. Like, who has a good example of, like, good... Where was that one guy? Yes, Matt Haynes Nerdy Things. This guy we looked at, he has some solid-ass thumbnails. Hold on. Why did I just do that? There. This guy. See, look, like... He talks about how to love gaming again according to science, and then he puts "There's a cure" with the Zelda backdrop. It's not... I'm not saying it's amazing. But this is kind of, I think, what people want to see. Like, how hot is Godzilla's atomic breath with a picture of Godzilla's atomic breath? It's very on brand for the video, very on theme. Not all these are super good. But, like, stuff like this, too, with text in there. Like, who's deadliest? And it's, like, talking about Monster Hunter weapons. Can he survive? I like a little bit of text in my thumbnail, personally. This makes it look like a channel that's, like, got its shit together a little bit. Maybe there's other examples out there. Let me look just on YouTube proper, right? Like, let's go... Look at this one. Look at my front page of YouTube. So much work. This video will be deleted in 7 days. Like, it's going to be specific for everyone. Just start, right? Like in the top there. It's cooked. Just kind of like a little bit of like connecting it to the title a little bit. It's tricky because every channel is going to have a little bit different. But see, like the cognitive bias will give you cult-like fans. Add this. So it's like you kind of want to know, oh, what is that? What is that she's talking about? Let me click that. I was going after something like Big Puffer, Smitty, Wild. Okay, let's look up a Smitty video. These aren't bad. Yeah, no, I see where you're going for, and I think it could work for you. I don't know that I'm a huge... Like, I like these ones, too. It's like... I don't know. I like a little bit of text in there, personally. And he's got the red arrows going in a lot of them, too, which, like, I'm not saying I like, but it does work. It's been known to work. I think you've got a solid enough thumbnail. But you see what I'm talking about, though, where it's like just... It's got a little bit of text, a little bit of call to action of, like, the red arrows helping, I think, a little bit. It's not like the... It's not like every thumbnail is going to work for everyone, but... like, I don't think this one's a particularly good thumbnail, necessarily. Just the Kermit. But it kind of does because it's so absurd, I guess. I don't know. But you also got to understand that this guy's much bigger and can get away with, I think, more artistically freed thumbnails. But I don't know. I see your point. Hey, man, if that's your style, do it. I don't think there's anything super wrong with your thumbnails, but I guess, I don't know. I was thinking they could be more engaging, personally, but I see your point. It's a good... You got a good thing going. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe just add stuff to it. Like, if you got a funny thumbnail... Those look like my YouTube recommendations. Yeah, my personal YouTube account is a little bit different. It's more Atrioc, but yeah. Hell yeah, dude. We got the same brain rot. Okay. And then I think I would offer you that advice. Your titles are scripted but not engaging. I hope this helps. You are off to a good start. Boom, another one bites the dust. Have I even done 100 yet? I have no idea, dude. I was thinking about that. How many have I done? It feels like a lot, but it's probably not as many as I think it is. Lazy cat reactions. This is... I don't like the thumbnails right off the bat on this channel. I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is Out of the Shadow. Tim faces up to his biggest regret as he
this is
organizes
1080p.
a family memorial ride for Marion on the 10th anniversary.
All right, hold this thought. I gotta pee. You love Atrioc, dude. Let's go. Big A fans in the chat. Most professional idiot, though. Dude, yeah. It's funny as fuck. A Worms Armageddon video in the year of our Lord 2025. Dude, what do you mean? Worms Armageddon is fucking eternal, bro. That's fire. That's content. Yeah, I love Atrioc personally. I just like the... I honestly watch more Big A clips than I do the main channel. But I gotta pee. Hold on. Let's hear some thoughts on this video while I'm gone, okay? Write one review for me. I beg of you. I'll just copy paste it in chat. let's see. Let's dive into this lazy cat reactions.
Of her passing. So, his biggest regret, obviously, about what happened and how he caused the marriage to fail. But I like how he says it says a family memorial ride. So hopefully Lou will be in this one. You know, because we have not had much of Lou. So I'm guessing it'll be Tim and Jack and Lou and Amy and Tom.
Is this what all the videos are? Oh, she's got shorts content. Hold on.
History repeats.
Yep. I 100% was going to put that in my review on Reddit, is that she should be facing the camera. It's just weird not to. Unless there's really a reason, again, like structurally for your video for you to be doing that, it's weird. And I don't like it. And she does need a script. It's a little sleeper, yeah. And like, it needs editing. I'm surprised how many videos in here are just like unedited, just bam. They're just slapping YouTube with this. Well, I think she's watching this and reacting to it live. That's why I think she's not facing the camera, but it's weird. I don't know. I'm like, I don't like to talk too much about the quality of sound and video because most people can't really help it, right? You gotta work with what you got a lot of the times. But this is like, you could literally buy like a $50 microphone and use like a modern cell phone to record this, and I feel like it would look better. So many videos don't have background music. Yeah, I do feel like more videos do need that. I don't know if this is one that
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
Well, it's like blurry as fuck. First of all, there's like audible audio hissing. So the production quality is just like pretty low grade, I would say.
So this is Out of the Shadow. But yeah, I think
Oh, okay. Hey there. I like the idea behind your channel, but unfortunately there are some glaring problems that make your videos genuinely difficult. And I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like difficult to watch these. I don't often talk much about the quality of the video or audio, but in this case, I can't not talk about it. You definitely need a new microphone. Good, decent quality can be pretty cheap. $50. There is audible hissing in the videos, and they are very blurry. Another thing, your thumbnails have a bit too much going on, and I would really like it if you engaged more with the audience while talking to the camera. One of my chatters said it best. I'm literally gonna copy paste it if I can. Oh, can I not? Okay, you not looking at you sitting to the side instead of facing the camera gives off an impersonal vibe, which I agree with. I think it would help if you were looking directly at the camera when you are speaking. I also think that in your shorts, the video that is playing over you speaking makes it hard to difficult to hear you. Sorry if these notes sound a bit harsh, but I wanted to make it apparent that it is hurting your content. I would love to see some videos after you have addressed these issues. Best of luck. Boom. Okay. Yeah. The mic I'm using is actually a $70 hand recorder. Yeah, dude, bro, honestly, the mic I'm using to stream right now it's like $80. But it's like a mini little blue not blue Yeti, like the blue Yeti Nano. It's a pretty affordable microphone. I'm not $80 is a lot. It's a splurge for sure. But like compared to a new camera, it's something you can fix and can control more easily, right? And even not only that, you can find a lav mic which would help her content, right? Like lav. One of these. Check it out. A Rode Go mic for $60. Or you could go for, you know, the Amazon cheapie or the Sony compact lav mic for $39. Bro, like there are options out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, these are all glaring issues. That's why I was trying to be like, not trying to be mean, but yeah, this is tough issues to get past. It is hard to watch the content. Yeah, like look, $11 pack from Amazon, and I'm sure these don't sound amazing, but like, it would be better than what she's got. So I think it's just so fixable, you know. And then I can get into like the actual content and review that. I feel like I couldn't even review the content because the quality was just so poor, which sucks. But you know. Tip of the tail, dog event. So nice of this is so nice of you. If you have the time to look at my channel, it's a bit of a different niche than most. Yeah, true. Let's see it. 10-hour dog TV. Wow. To calm and entertain your dog. Okay, 10-hour stream. We're not going to stop until we finish this video. I hope you guys are buckled in. Because we're watching 10-hour pup video. No, let's not look at this one, okay? These are all long, though. Let's look at the well-viewed one. Cool. 180 views. Where are the back seats in your car? Is the dog driving? Just kidding. This is cute, wholesome. I would have cut the video by now, though, to something else. We have seen all the dogs in the back of the car multiple times now. They're very cute. They're very, very cute. How long does this go on for? Hell, dude, hell yeah. Bark, 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 bark. Retention is insane on these. Oh yeah, brother. You know the dogs that tune into this shit are just like, I'm watching this. I'm sitting down for 10 hours right in front of the TV, baby. That's big revenue too. No, it's unironically though, if you could get one of these videos to get like a ton of viewers for like the entire thing, and you put multiple ads in there, you'd be gangbusters, dude. But yeah, that's just not happening. Well, like there's those monetized videos that are like white noise for babies, dude, and they put ads on that shit on some of them. I bet those make so much money. Although there are channels that don't put ads and they get more views because they don't have ads. So it's like kind of a whole thing, you know. Okay, I get the idea. Hey there. Cool channel. Love the music and the chill vibes. The dogs are very cute. Obviously. I have some critique that I think would help humans engage with them more. More cuts. Most people will, oh my god, can I type? Will not sit through 20 plus seconds of dogs looking out the window. If you want to improve retention, I think you should make it more lifestyle oriented and cut the videos down to under 30 minutes at least. Secondly, I think you should add in narration and tell some sort of story about who the dogs are and how long you have known them and what their quirks are. Some voiceover would really help me watch them personally. I don't know if you guys agree with that. That's what I would say. Lastly, your intro is a bit long for my taste. Taste? No, taste. Babies don't need white noise. Their minds are forming. They need baby shark. So true, my goat. Bance over here with the you got that in the young formative years. They need that educational content. Baby shark, do 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 do. That'd be fire. That's true. They don't need white noise. They need content. They need dopamine. Is what they fucking need. This one have a long intro too. I felt like. Honestly, it's not that long. This is kind of what I'm talking about. That is okay. It's a blank image. I like that Rothland's had at least it was like TV static going on. You're like leading into something. This is feels longer than it is because it's just a PNG, but it's not bad. This is cute though. So cool channel, cute. More cuts. Really helped me watch them personally. Intro's not that long. I would probably not include the intro image just because the first few seconds on a video are extremely important for hooking an audience, and the intro cuts into that opportunity. Thanks for sharing. Keep doing your thing. Give the dogs a pet for me. Alright. How to teach babies to rewire their pleasure centers to farm crystals in brother sister lover love tower defense and love every second. Boom. That's the kind of content we need. We need to teach babies how to farm, how to play fucking Gacha Genshin Impact, bro. Because if they're not learning how to unlock their favorite lollycore skin, then they're doing it wrong. And they're probably not stimulated. You know what I mean? And as we all know, that's what makes good chillin'. Put on the Roddy Piper. They loves live sunglasses, and all you see is Baby Shark everywhere you go. Wait, what? What is it? Roddy Piper is a Canadian professional wrestler? Is that what you're talking about? That's fire, though. All I do want to see is Baby Shark everywhere I go, quite frankly. Oh, god damn it. Tip of the tail. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Channel spoken, delivered in non-English language. Sure. Let's view a non-English channel. The movie They Live. Oh. I've never seen that. Nah, teach them to watch Coco Melon and Gold Farm, and wow! There you go! Bance, you can relate to that, right? Let's watch this. So true. So true. Burmese? Wait, really? Don't know if I can do this one. It makes it much. Maybe I should I have a rule that I don't do non-English? I think I should. I don't think I can fairly review English channels, non-English channels. He finds sunglasses that reveal all subliminal messaging and reveals the elites as bug-faced aliens. Bro, he's just... That's fire. He's seeing through reality, then, is what you're telling me in this movie. Homie was spitting the space facts, though. I want to, like, review it. I don't think I can in good faith say that I can review a non-English channel. He's casting spells, dude. Ready? Yeah, I just can't. Like I'm about to get shot by Stop. Stop. We can't be doing that. We can't be doing that. Unfortunately, I can't do much for non-English speakers. Your niche seems engaging, though, and I like that you have a face cam. Not much else I can really say about the content, as I don't understand it. But it seems like you're doing a great job. I don't know. Dude, the Guido comment was fucking out of pocket, bro. You can't with that shit. You can't. Han shot first, you know what I'm saying? Damn. Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. I know you don't have time to get to everyone. Well, we're here, brother. Ready or not, here I fucking come. Canada UFO crash. Let's watch some. Let's turn on our brains though, and What works for Americans doesn't work for other countries. Exactly. That's why I kind of just said I can't really... I'm going to put in the next post, because I didn't specifically say it in this post, but I will put in the next post that I'm only going to do English speakers. Because, like exactly what you said, what works here does not work abroad. And quite frankly, I just don't think I can... Like, I can't even get the vibe of his channel because I don't know what it's about. I know it's kind of related to space, but, like, fuck me if I know what he's talking about, right? And that's, like... You know, like, I almost wanted to say, like, oh, well, you could change his profile picture to something more personal to, like... Because I've been saying that to a lot of people, and it's just general, like, good advice, I think. But that only works for, like, personal channels. Like, if you're doing, like, a gaming channel, and you're doing, like, a personal gaming channel, like, I think having an avatar helps. But, like, I don't know what niche he's doing, so I don't know if it's very personal, and I don't know if a personal picture would help. I mean, he had a face cam. So, like, I don't know. It's like I didn't even want to provide any kind of critique, because I just can't in good faith. Let me check my text messages, make sure my loved ones aren't dying in a... Hold up. Okay, sorry. Okay, we're done. I think it may have been a spiritual channel. Oh, for real? Hold on. We have to revisit this. I'm sorry. I explained astronomy with animation. Oh.
Flyby, correct? No?
Why does it say manned landing orbiter? Yeah, look, there's like a spacecraft, brother. Tell me this is spiritual, huh? I understand a little bit more Burmese than you do, I think, Rothland. I'm just kidding. I don't know what the fuck. This does look spiritual, though, doesn't it? It's like the 4 pillars of manned aircraft. I don't fucking... But he's also called... I saw here the Nerdy Space Explainer, right? So, like... I don't think it's spiritual. But then again, I don't know. Like, I agree that it looks... Like, this looks so... spiritual pilled. You know what I mean? I don't know. And this... Like, this looks more scientific. Oh, dude, first law motion, bro. Let's go. There's someone I know. There's my boy. It's my boy Isaac. I know this guy.
One there is no net examples acting upon the body.
English.
No, we're too
English.
No, but at the end, they have the arm sheep so no. Able to, but who are not now ship so in it, no. To a babiole solution, no.
Oh, this is. I found. I will probably include in the next post that I will be doing English speakers, as I feel that I can't properly critique, and also I don't understand global viewers as well as I can explain what generally English audiences want. Also wanted to say that the music you use and your voice are rather calming, and I enjoyed what I did see. I already said keep it up. Smiley face. Alright, cool. We're gonna like that, 'cause honestly, it seems like a cool video. I'm just not really, I can't understand it. Not my fault that I'm dumb and can't speak Burmese. Okay. Would that be Burma then? I'm not... okay, well, let's see. Didn't see the post. You're a better man than I. Reviewing these videos not in English, I would not even try. I'm just trying to give him a fair shake. Again, I didn't say in the post no English. I will define that next time, because I think the rules in my post I will stick to and I will be hard clad on. There's been multiple people that have messaged me and posted replies to the thread being like, I know I'm a little late, but can I still like get in there? No, absolutely not. I've been telling these people, I'm gonna comment on there, save it for the next one, because I'm gonna do another one. You can get in there next time. I'm not doing any more right now. So I want to stick to what I post, right? Although I don't know if I'll be doing it. I might put more tighter reins on it, because I don't know if I can just review 700 more channels again, because this is tough. Okay, let's put on our tinfoil hats here. We're gonna be watching a UFO video. Okay, so we need to know that what we're seeing is probably real, and we should probably not question what we're seeing critically. We should just kind of go with it, okay?
At around 11:20 p.m., multiple residents of Shaikara reported seeing a series of 4 glowing lights in the sky, all lined up in a row, slowly moving across the horizon.
Glowing lights in the sky, by the way, are always aliens, just so you know. Burma is Myanmar now. Oh, so true. Burma. Also referred to as Burma. Also referred to as Burma, says Wikipedia. Does the U.S. recognize Burma? I don't. The commissioner replaced the English name Burma with Myanmar. It's the official name of the country in the Burmese language. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay, you're right. But I'll point out that it says Burma in parentheses on Google Maps. So, also it's right next to fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. How you fuck it? Is that how you're supposed to say that? Fuck it. Is that in what country is that in? Thailand? I like how there's Phuket and then there's Georgetown not that much further down. It's like, yep. That's oh, it's in Malaysia. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Getting off topic.
Horizon. At first, many believed it was an airplane or perhaps a military aircraft performing a maneuver.
It could never be.
But the lights suddenly tilted at an angle and began descending rapidly towards the ocean. Eyewitnesses watched in disbelief as the lights appeared to crash into the waters just off the coast. Among the first to witness this strange crash was Laurie Wickens, a young man in his 20s, and 4 of his friends who were driving along the Highway 3 near the shore. From their vantage point, the lights were so distinct and close that Laurie believed it was a downed aircraft. Shocked, he immediately pulled over and called the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
The Mounties, let's go. No one like, we don't need the CIA or whatever Canada's CIA is. We need the Mounties, bro. Get the fucking Mounties in here, bro. There's a UFO. Time to lock in.
Known as the RCMP, reportedly what he believed was a plane crash into the ocean near the village. The RCMP officer on duty, Corporal Victor Wickaby, received multiple calls within a few minutes from other residents, all claiming the same thing. That a glowing object had fallen into the harbor, with growing concern that a civilian or military aircraft had gone down. The RCMP responded quickly. By this time,
what do you guys think of this? I'm not sure if I'm a huge... Oh, did I get a new sub? Sub from Rothland? Thank you, bro. You also followed on Twitch. I really appreciate that. That does help keep the content train a-moving. So I appreciate that. That is awesome. Thank you for subscribing. Good video, interesting case. Someone just put nonsense. Nonsense. This did not happen. Nonsense. With no context. Fucking +2, dude. I like that shit. Nonsense. It's good, I guess.
At around 11:20 p.m.
I don't know how to review this. Maybe my brain is just getting kind of cooked after like reviewing so many channels, but I don't really know what to do with this. I don't think I would watch this. Not because I don't think UFOs are intriguing. I do. I was the kind of kid that grew up watching the military channel. I think I watched my fill of this, right, as a kid. I just don't really know what to do with this. Hey there. Your videos have a nice professional documentary style to them. If you want to double down on this mystery UFO doc style, then I think you are doing a good job, but your voiceover quality is a bit wanting. Maybe try mixing. There was a bit of white noise hissing in your video, which could be edited out in post. I would recommend really cleaning that as much as you can, as your voice is a huge component of this channel. Other than that, I think you're doing a good job presenting in this style. I would maybe suggest a question, right? I got some chats. Hold on. Transitions are good. Voice needs more personal energy. Personally, yeah, I do agree with that. Mentioning the reactions, he showed a clip but didn't include the audio. True. This channel should really play up the psychosis. I love the gap between both of you guys as chatters is fucking perfect, dude. Rothland's bringing the like, oh well, I really think he should be doing kind of like what I'm doing, right? Like the actual analysis, you know. And fucking Bance is just like, you should really play up the psychosis. Fire. If he's flat out ignoring atmospheric phenomena in favor of UFOs, he needs to commit. That's so true. Ball lightning. Fuck that. This wasn't even aliens. It was Freemasons. Oh, so true, dude. He's thinking, he hasn't opened his mind to the possibilities of what this could be, right? No, yeah. I'm going to put the energy thing in there because you know what? I didn't even say that, but wanting. It could use a bit more energy or maybe pep. I don't want to say.
First to witness a strange crash was Lori Wickens.
Pep. But it kind of fits the docu style. I think that's why I didn't straight man versus shit poster. That's crazy. And both are appreciated. Both are welcome in this chat, okay? Other than that, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I didn't mention the energy thing just because, like, I do feel like as a documentary style, that's why I kind of put that on there, right? Like, if you're gonna commit to this documentary style, I don't think the voice is a big deal that's not peppy, but it also, like, I'll put it in there because it is wanting. I said the voiceover is wanting, but I didn't say why. That's kind of why. So I'll expand on that. You can use more energy or pep. There's a bit of noise. Yeah, I just focus on the the quality. It's like if you're gonna do just a voiceover with the music, your voiceover's gotta be really good. You know. Other than that, I think you're doing a good job presenting in the style. I would suggest maybe shortening the titles or turning them into intriguing questions like what happened at Canada's Roswell? The answer is nothing. Spoiler, because UFOs. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna put a personal take on there, but I mean, if you were doing fucking PCP in Canada at the time, you might think that there's some aliens overhead. Okay. What happened in Canada's Roswell? I think this would be more engaging for me personally and lead to more clicks. Are we happy with that? Keep up the great work. I hope you find this helpful. Okay, this guy's aggressive, dude. The UFOs aren't real. Yeah, that's kind of what I was. That's kind of what I was getting at. No. I'm not saying they're not real. They're just. You do have to have some substances prior to the viewing, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, that's what I saw, right? I banter, okay? It's in the name, dude. I love the bants, bro. The bants are fire. Keep up the bants. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's like the Thanos balance thing. You know what I mean? You need a little bit of bant. Plus, it gives me my fucking bowls for the day. Like the Guido bit. It's pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Stuff that I'm too afraid to say is what you're saying, Bance. That's what it is, really. Stuff that I can't in good conscience. This one first. Are these all different, bro? I'm not gonna look at all these, bro. Then this one. I'm not watching all these channels, bro. This guy's crazy. Oh yeah, I'm jacking it. Jacking it? Okay. Let's watch. Let's watch this. Let's see what we're getting into here. But he said watch this one first. Okay, we'll watch this one. Fine. Fortnite.
Do you like Fortnite? Do you like Ice Spice? Yeah. Yeah.
See, I'm creating gas.
Dude.
Save me, Ice Spice. Save me, Ice Spice. Ice Spice, please. Please save me, Ice Spice.
Okay.
Ice Spice, please. Please, Ice Spice. Please save me. Ice Spice.
Okay. I thought this was funny until this part ran on a little too long. It's like this Ice Spice, please save me. Ice Spice has been going on for like 10 whole seconds. But this beginning part actually was pretty fucking funny.
Do you like Fortnite? Do you like Ice Spice? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, put them together. I don't know. I think it's funny.
See, I'm creating gas.
But I don't know. It's
Shut the fuck up.
I can't. I broke the shit. Oh shit! Watch out! Please help me. Please.
I just killed Ninja.
Heal me, Daddy. Heal me.
I just beat the sweat.
Oh, dude, come assist me.
Oh,
Heal me.
We placed 10 place. That's good.
Yeah, we did pretty alright. We did.
See, even having different colored this guy may come off like a fucking total jackass or whatever, but that's, you know, it's part of the character, man. I think I like it. But see, like how he's got, I think he's cooking, right? Like he's got the different dialogue colors, like we were talking about for like different characters, right? So like, I mean, I still don't know which one's him, but it helps. And like, if you're a viewer of his channel, you absolutely will like know. I feel like at least as long as he's keeping it consistent, you'll know who is what dialogue color, right? And it at least helps differentiate who's talking. Finally, some good fucking food.
Clap it up, y'all. Clap it up for Ice Spice. Look at Jesse's ugly ass Eminem just staring back at us. Why does Eminem look so in his profile picture?
He looks like a pedophile.
Look like he would touch someone, specifically someone with.
Okay, Ice Spice, be careful.
Ice Spice, calm down.
Ice Spice,
I worked last time.
They killed Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg kind of fucking sucked ass. I'm not gonna lie.
We should go get Ice Spice. Ice Styles, let's go. I want Ice Spice.
Ah shit! Please help me. I got it.
There we go. There's so much pumps around here.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Yo, he got him up like a helicopter.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I mean, like it's funny, somewhat. I don't think all of it's funny. I do think they try a little bit too hard to be like funny and like offensive, I guess, or whatever. But like honestly, I see the potential here. I think it's funny. I think it's edited together pretty well. Made me giggle a couple times. The intro's pretty fire in my opinion. I do think for some people it's gonna be a little bit immature and like obviously I wouldn't really watch it. I don't think personally because would give me brain rot. But it's something that I could see like 11-year-old me being like, yeah, this shit tight. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of funny. There's still some funny, but it's a little gross for most people, I think, maybe. What is this guy's obsession with Ice Spice, bro? What is this? Fortnite, where Ice Spice? Ice Spice, where are you? Space Marine Tua? That's crazy. Okay. Hey there, bud. Your videos are genuinely funny. Funny to the right audience. You are definitely leaning on the younger demographic, which is not a bad thing. Your videos might be a bit brain rotty for some folks, and brain rot, and the jokes too offensive, etc. But do think you have a distinct style, and your editing skills are quite good. I think that you should keep doing what you're doing in post. It was refreshing to see some subtitles for different speakers, and I don't have anything else to add to that. I don't know, what do we think? What do we think? The best version of this video is the 2 Mad Nano Cola video where he fucking throws the entire game and gets yelled at by his teammates. The Ice Spice should be a detriment, not a strength. The Ice Spice is, I don't know what kind of Ice Spice fetish this man has, but he has 3 videos that have Ice Spice in the title, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this. I think, yeah. I also thought your hook was pretty good for the Fortnite video that you linked. You jump into the action quick, but the 10 seconds straight of Ice Spice
Is it awesome? Do you like Fortnite? Fortnite. Please save me.
Please save me was where I got a bit lost. Lol. Keep up the good work. I think you definitely will find your audience. It's just not me. No, I think some parts were funny. I think as he refines it though, it's man's down bad. Yeah, sure. I think as he finds his footing a little bit more, like it'll have like the whole thing be bangers, because I thought there were some banger jokes in there and like some funny bits, but I feel like there are also some misses, and I think mitigating the number of misses would be helpful. I see a lot of people, so no worries if you don't have time. Look at you, Mr. Self-Aware. Don't know how to post a link though, but that's okay. We'll get there. I can fix that. I can fix that. Okay. Replay Junkie. Please watch the Nostalgia versus Reality series if you do. Okay, well, I'm not going to watch the whole damn series, but I will watch Nostalgia versus... I'm sorry, what do we... Where is that?
But wait,
Pokemon has changed, right? Game Freak introduces new flashy mechanics every generation, so they must be innovating, right? Unfortunately, Game Freak treats battle mechanics like seasonal DLC.
I actually so agree with that, though. I think the main like problem with fucking Pokemon games is that they like just, dude, like I loved Mega Evolutions, and if that was all there was, I'd be so down. But then they added like terrestrialization and like Gigantamax or whatever, and it's just like you're kind of losing me here. Like we've lost the plot. Mega Evolutions were cool, but anyway, you got the holes reference. Good. We always need to be getting the whole references. That is. I just watched that movie recently. It's fucking fire. That's too damn bad. That's me right now. I don't want to work anymore, Pa. And it's the 800 comments being like, well, that's too damn bad. Is this... he wants me to watch a certain series, but I don't...
So what if I told you Pokemon has been deceiving us for nearly 30 years, but nobody seems to realize it? Allow me to demonstrate with a little game. I'll describe a Pokemon game, and you tell me which one I'm talking about. You start in a tiny town. Pick a fire, water, or grass starter. Battle 8 gyms. Fight an evil team with ridiculous outfits. Catch a legendary Pokemon. Beat the Elite Four. Roll credits. If you said Pokemon Red, you're right. If you said
yeah, it's all of them. Oh, I think we get that. The duck may swim on the lake, but my daddy owns the lake. I fucking love holes, baby. Okay.
Pokemon's...
Yeah, we get it. This is all the Pokemons. I think that's a little bit... I think this is kind of wasting the viewers' time, because I think all the viewers know that what the problem is with Pokemon. I think it's the more nuanced play to be like, why do we still play it? The second part. Good editing, though, I agree.
Sword and Shield. You're also right. If you said literally any mainstream Pokemon game in the last 30 years, you're still right. And that right there is the problem. At this point, Pokemon...
But it's good to establish that narrative anyway. Even though everyone kind of knows what's wrong with Pokemon games, it is good to establish the narrative. But I don't think this needs to be part of the title. I think you could honestly make the title, why do we still play video games? Why do we still play Pokemon games? And I honestly think you'd be onto something there. Like, because I think most people do wonder why they're still successful. It's because people love Pokemon. But, like, I feel like that's a more nuanced approach to this video rather than just being like, Pokemon's biggest mistakes. Like, everyone knows that Pokemon games have just been the same recycled game for, like, 20 or 30 years. But, very good editing, yes.
Isn't a game. It's a scientific study in brand loyalty. Game Freak has been running the same experiment for 3 decades. They released the same game with slightly...
Does anyone know where his nostalgia versus reality series is either? I was just looking. Like, did we see that? Oh. Is that this? I'm sorry. I see it in the thumbnail. I see it. There's 2. I'm dumb. I thought they'd be in the title. Well, it's just like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, hammering the point a little bit much. It's like, I think that having this be a bit for this long, right? Because this is guess the Pokemon game. It's funny, it's interesting, but it's like it lasts for almost a minute, Well, not really. 30 seconds? But most people know that. I don't know. That's just my only thing. It's like...
Have you ever wanted to go...
It's too easy of a question.
...back in time and relive your favorite video game, only to discover it wasn't as good as you remember? Welcome back to Nostalgia vs. Reality, where we dive deep into gaming history to see if those classics are still worth playing today or if they're better off collecting dust. Today, we're discussing one of my all-time favorite games, Final Fantasy VII. I'm ready to face the truth as I take off my rose-colored glasses and give you an honest, unbiased review. Will this legendary RPG still hold up to the high expectations we had back in the day, or will I be crying myself to sleep over how badly it has aged? Let's find out. Released in 1997 by Squaresoft, Final Fantasy VII was the first in the series to feature 3D graphics and full-motion video cutscenes. It introduced the world to its iconic protagonist Cloud Strife and the ultimate edgelord known as Sephiroth. To some, Final Fantasy VII is one of the greatest games of all time. To others, it's the most overhyped. Regardless of what side you're on, the game is largely responsible for introducing JRPGs into the...
He's got really good storytelling abilities, though, I think. This guy needs Matt to to teach him how to enjoy playing Pokemon again. True. These two got to collab. They got to link up. Because he's struggling. I see that he's struggling in his mind to be addicted to video games. I think he really needs Matt's help. to fucking lock in and just play Final Fantasy again. You know what I mean? Just enjoy that shit. Don't go outside. Don't do the dishes. Don't clean your fucking house. Play video games, okay? Is that gonna be a running fucking meme now? I like that. You just gotta lock in and just play the game, bro. Come on. So I think he's got really good storytelling ability. I honestly liked the premise of the first video more. But this video doesn't waste as much of your time. Very, very, very snappy. Look at all the frames of what's going on in this. There's so many. It's very good. Hey, man. Finally made it to your channel. Thanks for being patient. I watched part of the Nostalgia versus Reality series, and I think it's a cool premise that is not looked at by many other channels to my knowledge. Your editing and storytelling abilities are far above most other small YouTubers on this thread. This is very true. Like, at least for like crafting a narrative, you gotta give it to this guy. He does a good fucking job. You know what I mean? Like he's got like, yeah.
Have you ever wanted to go back and
Immediately asking a question. Have you ever wanted to go back in
your
time?
favorite video game, only to discover it wasn't as good as you remember? Welcome back to Nostalgia versus Reality.
I don't know about this part. I wouldn't do this part, but
where we dive deep into gaming
still,
history to see if those classics are still worth playing
it's not
today
bad.
or if they're better off collecting dust. Today, we're discussing one of my all-time favorite games, Final Fantasy VII. I'm ready to face the truth as I take off my rose-colored glasses and give you an honest, unbiased...
Even though he's like kind of like so I think, you know, like at this point you don't really need to introduce like the concept of every video. I think most people kind of latch on and are quick to learn what's going on in the video, I guess. I mean, I don't mind a little bit of context, but the fact that he at least puts like pleasing visuals behind all this makes me really like makes it really easy to watch. I'm actually gonna sub to this guy. He's got good content. You can learn. We can all learn a lot from this guy. I think he's got good editing and storytelling abilities.
Review. Will this legendary RPG still hold up to the high expectations?
Like, just look at all the things he's editing in. You know how much time this takes to do. You know, like this is prime shit.
Crying myself to sleep over how badly.
And he even photoshopped in the back of his clip the fucking old man yells at Cloud thing. Like it's funny, and it's like all that stuff matters, and it shows that he's like well polished. The amount of different frames in different visuals in your videos really helps to keep the viewers engaged. It is clear you pour a lot of time into the editing, and it shows.
So what if I told you Pokemon has been deceiving us for nearly 30 years, but nobody seems to realize it? Allow me to... Game Freak doesn't need to change. They could release Pokemon cardboard and styrofoam, and we'd still be lining up outside at midnight for a
I don't know. I don't have a lot of like super concrete notes for this guy. I think he's doing a really good job. I do think that like some things will get better with time. Like, I don't know. Time into editing, and it shows your titles are also good. Yeah, and like his thumbnail game is pretty strong. The Nostalgia vs. Reality, I don't know if I like the thumbnail as much, but like, see, I like this. They did it again, you know, like it makes you want to know, like, what did they do again? Like, they're making mistakes again. For sure, he's got good pacing, good storytelling. The only thing I think of is that his personality needs a little bit to edit the mic just a little bit for more bass. I agree that I was literally going to say, I do think that your voiceover, whatever you do, is really nice, Rothman. I bought Styrofoam because I liked the box Legendary better. Fire, base comment, +2. So true. Don't we all? Yeah, you know what? Hold on.
It has aged. Let's find out. Released in 1997 by Squaresoft, Final Fantasy VII was the first in the series to feature 3D graphics and full motion video cutscenes. It introduced the world to its iconic protagonist Cloud Strife and the ultimate edgelord known as Sephiroth. To some, Final Fantasy VII is one of the greatest games of all time.
I agree with the voice thing, yeah. Yeah. Hold on, I'll put that in there. Thanks for being patient. I'll watch this. Knowledge of throughout the amount of different visuals. Your titles are also quite good and engaging. My one critique one of my chatters mentioned that your mic could be mixed a bit better in post to give you a deeper and fuller sound, which would make it more distinct against the background noise. Kudos to you, brother. I think you are killing it, and I really don't have too many notes. Keep up the good work. That's what I'll put. I don't think he needs to do the intro each time, but that's just my 2 cents. I agree with that. I guess I could have mentioned that. I do think that.
Have you ever wanted to go back in time and relive
right here? Hold on.
Game, only to discover it wasn't as good as you remember? Welcome back to Nostalgia.
I don't like the mix-up in the music, and then like the welcome back to Nostalgia versus Reality. Like I don't think it's all necessary. It's like I think it could just be a simple like you keep the music and you just go. Have you ever wondered? No. This is Nostalgia versus Reality, and we're gonna look at we're gonna do that today. We're gonna
Reality, where we dive deep into gaming history to see if those classics are still worth playing today, or if they're better off collecting.
Like better off or collecting dust. It's like it's a little bit lengthy for an intro, and it kind of disrupts the nice flow that he's got. The nice flow that he's worked on pretty hard, to have like a nice beginning flow. So I'd maybe say that, yeah. Maybe I'll add that on. Hold on. Only thing with the Nostalgia versus Reality is maybe tighten up the intro. It might not need to be quite so long, and it kind of messes with the nice vibe that you cultivate with your hook. I watched the Final Fantasy, what is it, 7 video. Is that how you do X? Is that how you do Roman numerals for 7? Okay, cool. I think. Okay, cool. Cool. Good stuff. How many more of these do we do? What time is it? Oh. Hi, I'm Siren XY. Just got done watching your last live stream and checked your profile and saw you were streaming again. I actually just made an account to join your stream. I really like your streams here so far. Man, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. We are currently on the quest to finish our commitment to the viewers. Yeah, I got the VII. Good. Thank goodness. Thank you, Rothman, for confirming that. Roman numerals are good. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Siren XY. I appreciate you checking out the live stream. Did you submit a your profile to be reviewed, or are you just checking out the vids? Either way, I appreciate you being here. Thanks. If you did submit a video, though, I will skip ahead to jump to it if you'd like me to review it live. That's been something I've been doing for people that stop by the stream, just kind of as a way of saying thank you, and you know, obviously you're here, I might as well review it, right? Next one we're getting into, though, before that is the Gesp. The Gesp says, my best video is cyberspace. That's what we're gonna watch. Do we see a video cyberspace? Why didn't we link that video, though? Okay, cyberspace, the Gesp. I did submit. It's how I found your content, but I definitely will be keeping up with your content in general. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Would you either give me your Reddit username or just post your link so we can review your channel if you want? If you want me to do it live, if you don't, that's fine too. I get some people, not everyone wants to probably see that. But I appreciate that, man. Very kind words. Very nice of you. All right, this is the Gesp. His best video. What am I watching? What is this? I'd like a live, but I'll post you a link. Yes, please do. If you post a link, I can definitely review it after we finish up the Gesp here. Which I'm not. Are you guys? Do you know what we're watching right now? Because I sure as hell do not know what I'm watching. This is something, though. It is. I mean, yeah, it looks like a montage music video, but I'm just confused. I don't hate it, actually. I'd like put it on the TV in the background or something, but what am I? Okay, made using the FL Studio Z Game Editor Visualizer plugin. So what is it that I'm looking at here? What is it that you do? I make only the best tunes for video games and sometimes even more. Dude, okay, I have great advice, I think, for this channel. Hold on. This is interesting. Chicken Jockey! New channel intro music right here, boys. Chicken Jockey! FL Studio is music. Yes, I know. I am aware of that. Thank you. Yes, once I saw FL Studio, I'm kind of keyed into what's going on here. So I think that if you're doing like gameplay inspired music like this, or I'm still not exactly sure what the niche is. Yes, they made this track. I am aware. Thank you. Yes, I think I'm starting to wrap my head around this one. So I think it would be more interesting to see the process of this, don't you think? Like, kind of like getting a game and like seeing them in FL Studio. Like, have you ever seen videos of guys making beats like during a video, like on the fly, kind of almost? I think that would be really interesting, like to see him be like, okay, go through the whole process, like, okay, what could we do to make a song sound like Sonic? What makes Sonic sound like Sonic? You know what I mean? And then going through that and being like, what inspires me, you know, like to make this, and how do you go through that whole creative process? I think that would be really cool. And definitely, at the very least, something to tell you what's going on here would be cool. Because like just the music videos, I'm not really sure is going to tell a whole lot of people what's going on, right? All right. Hey there, I came from Reddit, but have kind of stayed quiet or had you on in the background while doing stuff. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate your insight and giving genuine analysis to others. It's a cool YouTube idea. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you want your channel reviewed as well, feel free to drop the link or tell me your Reddit name so I can review you after we do Siren XY. But I like this guy's like content. This back to the Gesp. I like the Gesp. I like what he's got going on. I just think that, yeah, maybe it should be more obvious what's going on here so that like the average person could figure it out. Because like I am fortunate enough to know what FL Studio is. I've downloaded it. I haven't really done much with it. I'm not a music production guy, but I have used it, and you know, I know that this is original music for games. I think, right? That's what we've gathered. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I'd like to see, I think, more of the creative process. I think that would lead to better content than just putting it over video gameplay, right? Oh, a visualizer, Rothland. Another idea. He cooked. He cooked. He cooked again, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, a visualizer. Perfect. Okay, so let's. I think we're ready. Yo, this is pretty cool. Okay, hold on. This is bad. Hey there. I see that you make your own music and put it over gameplay. If that is not the case, let me know. I think there are a few ways you could go with this. If you want to keep your content how it is, I would at least throw a visualizer on the video and clearly state in the description how you came up with the song. Number 2, music create. What do we call it? Okay, I see that Siren XY posted a link. Cool. I will just skip through the first video, though it isn't a skit, more of a special. Cool. Gotcha. I will get there right after this. Music production vlog. I think it would be really cool to see how you come up with and compose these tracks. I have seen other channels like that, and it would be a great way to add way more personality into your channel, as right now it is more of a random track list. Bangers, by the way. There are a lot of options for you, but I personally think people are really into behind the scenes type content that is relatable and personable. Either way, I hope you got something out of this. Keep killing the music game. Smiley face. Boom. Yeah, that's some cool shit though. Cool content. I would definitely. I edit my recordings in FL Studio. Do you actually? No way. What, like the voice recordings? That's pretty cool. Okay, let's take a look at this Reddit link. Okay, so this is Siren. Perfect. Siren XY. Hello, my name is Siren and I have a YouTube account. It's Siren XY. I've always wanted a community where everyone gets along and talks about the things they love and laugh about them, so that's mostly the inspiration for my channel. Make funny gaming skits and animations there and work with other voice talent. So you're a voice over artist as well. I hope you guys like it, but I'd love some advice, feedback, since I don't really get many comments. I'm a bit in the dark on what's working and what's not. I make both long form and shorts, but most of the shorts, if not all, are just shortened versions of long form. That's good, in my opinion. I think that's kind of the way to approach shorts, is to... I'm a newbie voice talent, nothing amazing. Hey, that's not a bad thing. Voice talent is voice talent, okay? It's something that you love and you're passionate about. That's what's important. And also, okay, let's see. I think that it's good that you shorten your long form videos into short form, and that's how you make your shorts. I think that's the best way to do that kind of content, because it's not like you want to create different tangent content, right? You want people to look at your long form content. You're kind of using it as a way to cast a wider net, as I see it. I know the return on investment for like shorts isn't necessarily like as good. Like, you'll get a lot of views, but you won't necessarily get a lot of subs or long form viewers. But I do think that any kind of trickle is better than none. So I do think that it's pretty smart to edit your videos down into shorts for that purpose. Okay, that's just my thing. I think that you're on the right track there. Let's take a look at this channel. Skip the first video. So I'm gonna look at Nintendogs direct presentation. Is that okay?
Allergic to your pet dog? Can't stop sneezing? Have to spend thousands of dollars on lint rollers to get off that pesky dog hair? We have the perfect solution. Introducing Nintendogs. Nintendogs are a great way to receive the love of a
Those are cats.
pet without any consequences.
Oh, and cats. There you go. There you go.
The days of poop smears on your carpet are gone.
I fucks with it.
The best part about Nintendogs is you can starve them for years on end and they will never die.
So true.
Your child will have a companion that will always stay healthy and always stay young. Now your kids will never know the pain of heartbreak from grief. Nintendogs. Abandon your pets whenever you want.
Okay, so I like the like faux the faux presentation's pretty funny. Yeah, I like it. The voiceover is good. I would say maybe that, so just like content wise critique, I've been saying that, like, personally for me, intros aren't really, I don't think are very helpful for engagement, right? Or like for retention. So like the little intro here with the X and the Y, I don't really think it helps or contributes anything to the video. I would cut it personally or make it very, very, very short. Especially since you go from the introduction straight into kind of another Nintendo Direct. I know it's like part of the skit, but like, you know, you're kind of going from intro to intro. At this point, you've honestly lost some people, some ADHD ridden heads like myself. Okay. That's going to lose people.
Allergic to your pet dog? Can't stop sneezing?
I would maybe edit some more things in here on its own, though. I do think that this kind of like, this is good, but like maybe, you know, like add a picture or a video of a dog sneezing. That's kind of funny. You know what I mean? Like, just throw something in here to keep the viewer's attention, because some people can't sit through shit like this. The brain rot is real, dude. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is funny. This is funny. This is a good niche to be like doing gaming gaming skits like this. I think it's pretty funny. Hold on. Let me like the vid, because you gotta do it. Yeah, no, I think it's funny. I think it's pretty original. I think it's pretty niche. I do think some of your channel stuff could use a little bit of work, like maybe having the profile picture be some kind of like, if you've got a recurring character or whatnot.
Sometimes character customization can be way too complicated these days. I don't want to spend hours customizing a character. I just want to make it quickly and get good results, and honestly, the simplicity of the original Muse is why I love them so much. The simplistic style of this design...
Okay, you've got a good point in this video. Again, the only other thing I'd mention is that your voice, banner profile are intending to be fixed after watching your previous stream. Awesome. Cool. Good. I like it. Personally, the only other thing I'd mention is that your voiceover is a little bit slow, like you read kind of, or you speak just kind of in a slower way, which is not necessarily bad, but again, sometimes like this is a kind of a long stretch to not get a lot of like information out, and I would maybe just tighten that up a little bit and try and add a little bit more energy to the voiceover, because it would help with the humor too, to kind of have like that fast paced, you know, like a little bit more fast paced, I think, and you know, timing the humor right is huge. So definitely just like keep grinding out these videos. They're good. It's a good solid premise. I do think there are some things to be fixed, but I like it as an overall thing, and I think it's pretty original. So I give those a like, and thanks for sharing your channel. Yeah, I think you got a good thing going here, though. I think this is a good niche to be in. Yeah, just maybe make sure that you're not losing the viewer along the way. Retention is a huge thing. Okay, awesome. Yeah, thanks for the. Anytime. If you ever want more critique too, you can always DM me on Reddit or YouTube or whatever, and I might respond if I have time. But yeah. What's up, Kingworth? How we doing? How we doing out there? I just saw your reply. Where? Oh, shit, which one are you? Do you go by Kingworth? Oh, Replay Junkie, dude. Replay Junkie, welcome, dude. I liked your videos. I thought they were quite good. I actually still have them pulled up. But yeah, man, it's good stuff. Thanks for stopping by too. I appreciate that. Who else was in the chat wanting something? Maybe. I swear we had someone new. Sandman, T1 Sandman. Hey, if you want to if you'd like to submit your channel as well, or want me to go find your channel, I would be more than happy to, and we can go over right now if you want. But thanks for having me on in the background, no matter what. But yeah, if you want, I didn't mean to lose you in there. Okay, what did we mean about the intro? Okay, thank you. This is a good. So I wasn't talking. I actually liked this video quite a bit. The one thing I was saying about this video while you're here, just to get into it a little bit, the Guess the Pokemon game was just a little bit long because, like, I think it is pretty common knowledge what's wrong with Pokemon games. I think that the gold part of this video, why we still play, I think that's like the very clickable, what people want to know thing in this video, right? Because everyone knows that the problem with Pokemon games is that they all are the same recycled thing, right? And it just takes up a lot of time. So personally for that one, I wouldn't skip it. I like it because it's got the whole, like, you know, who's that Pokemon vibe. I get what you're going for. It's good. Just maybe try and make it a little bit shorter. But the intro I was talking about was the replay one. Because we watched one of those,
Have you ever wondered if
Nostalgia versus Reality as well. And this was the intro I was talking about. Not this one, god damn it. Not the Chrono Trigger one. The Final Fantasy one.
Classics are
so here's we're gonna watch it together. I'll tell you what's up.
Favorite video game, only to discover it wasn't as good as you remember?
So that's a great hook, and it's got this nice little calming vibe with the music to it. It's got its own vibe, right? It's got its own energy. And then it kind of gets disrupted, I feel like, by this reality.
Versus reality, where we die.
And I think that, you know, if you're a recurring viewer, you might not care to see what the concept of the video is every time. Because I think most people will understand, especially recurring subscribers. It's good to have it for new people, right? To understand what the premise is. But definitely, you know, like if you've got people that are watching it and this is a series that they watch, you know, it's a little long for that personally. Because it's what a whole.
Playing today, or if they're better off collecting dust. Today, we're discussing one of my all-time favorite games.
It's not that long, to be fair. But just maybe like mention, you know, what's going on, and maybe make the vibe change a little bit less like dramatic, because it does just switch music all of a sudden, and I'm not sure that I love that switch up. You know what I mean? But that's, I mean, it's a pretty small critique as well. I do think your channel is one of the better ones we've seen. And it honestly, like, made me want to watch, especially that Pokemon video. Would probably watch the whole thing if I wasn't streaming. So, I think it's really good stuff. Yeah, so audio can be an issue. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm saying is, like, just the vibe gets kind of, you know, it's a switch up. And just as a viewer first time, that's kind of, it just stands out to me. But, dude, you got some solid videos. These are tight. And there was one other thing I wanted to mention while you're here. I don't put everything into the reviews that I'm thinking right off the bat, but also I totally agree with you about Pokemon switching up its like gimmick every time, and I think that that's cringe. So based opinion.
Mega Evolution from Pokemon X and Y. For a brief, glorious moment, battles actually felt fresh. Charizard, being Game Freak's favorite child, got 2 Mega Forms.
Based opinion.
Because of course it did. It was the first time the series felt like it was actually building something. So
Yes.
naturally, Game Freak threw it in the trash the moment Sun and Moon...
Exactly. This is a base take, dude. I was looking at a short though where one of the ones you kind of like, it's cut a little weirdly. I can't exactly find it.
But wait.
Oh,
Pokemon has changed.
this one. It kind of starts with like a but wait. And I think that like, you know, in the context of like I haven't seen what you're talking about, and then you're just starting it with but wait. Maybe this one's just cut a little weirdly, but like all the other shorts are pretty fire. And I like that you have a lot of good quality shorts that are cut from your long form videos. I think that's the way to go. Currently working on my next video, so I take all critiques and work them in. Awesome, dude. I'm glad to hear it. And thanks for being so open-minded about it. That's awesome. And again, there's not much I have to say about your videos. They are pretty good. I do get kind of nitpicky when it comes to like good channels because it's hard to nail it down. Of course, dude. I appreciate you submitting it. Thank you. Oh, and the fuller sound thing. Yeah, one of my commenters, Rothlin, was saying that your voiceover could use a little bit more mixing just because like it doesn't, at least from what I'm hearing, if I'm hearing what he's hearing correctly, it doesn't like break away from the background as much as it should.
Classics are still worth playing today, or if they're better off collecting dust. Today, we're discussing one of my all-time favorite games.
I think he used the words fuller and deeper. Yeah. Okay, and you heard that. Cool. But yeah, I that would just be something that I think would be to keep in mind as well. But so the Pokemon one should be a better representation. Okay. Cool.
Allow me to demonstrate with a little game in the last 30 years.
I do think it's a little better,
Game Freak
yeah.
has been running the same experiment for
I do think
3
this has better sound, or better
They released
your voice has a better lower end in this one to me, and more distinct in the background than it is in the Final Fantasy one.
game with slightly different colors. Sprinkle in a few new Pokemon.
Yeah, your shit's fire, dude. Keep up the good work. Your pacing, I think, is actually pretty good.